go. We coming this year, nigga. Ain't nothing free, so I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. Ain't nothing free, so I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. Ain't nothing free, so I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. I gotta get. Ain't nothing free, so I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. Hey, let me elaborate. Y'all niggas trying fake. I've been out here getting cake. It been a process to get my money straight. I remember them broke days when I ain't thought they could control. I just kept that hammer, homie, nigga, knock out your soul. If you ain't got my money on time, you better cash out. If you do that bad business, homie, don't even give me that. I've been staying out the way cause I ain't doing no dead time. Cause I ain't got time for you, little homie, I'm getting mine. Coolest nigga in the world, but don't try to test me. I won't never lead you astray, that's why the Lord bless me. I need no attention, I just keep the extension. I was me against the world, so I'm feeling like Pop. Chasing all this hundreds like I'm Zeke, but I'm from the block. Monetize the flow, just follow the formula. If you ain't trying to get that bread, then I'm ignoring ya. I'm looking for a way out, cause I'm trying to go global. These niggas ain't on they hustle, they ain't even mobile. These niggas ain't no soldier, that's what a nigga told ya. Elias Cash, nigga ain't nothing free. So you know how it is when you be coming to DC. Ain't nothing free, so I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. I gotta get. Ain't nothing free, so I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. I gotta get. I'm the realest in the DMV. Let me elaborate.
Smooth Brothers. Once again on another Wednesday, here we are. Forgive me for the delay. We got caught up talking and working things out. It is what it is. But this check-in show is for my big brother, Machismo TV. Y'all know who he is. All y'all are very well familiar with him. So let me just go ahead and pull all the banners and all that other good shit down. Yeah, I'm struggle streaming. You know, don't judge me, Machismo. I ain't as good as you yet. I'm getting there. And bring everyone up. Bang. There it is. Gentlemen, can you hear me?
Yo, I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Name it, can you hear me?
Affirmative.
Good. Welcome back, gentlemen. Welcome back. Here we are, one more Wednesday, chopping it up, having this good old call-in real quick, letting everyone know the gist of what's going on in your travels internationally, good sir. And also, my other good brother will be traveling internationally very soon as well. So let's go on and get down to brass tacks. Let's talk about the business. What's life looking like down there for you, big bro? Machismo?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, bet. God, what was the question? I was grabbing my laptop so I could share the screen.
No, I asked, like, what's life looking like down there for you right now?
Man, it's crazy. I actually was talking to Naaman about this, like last week, because I think I spoke to him like right before Super Bowl. It's crazy, like right. All right, when did I leave? I left in December, all right, and I pretty much packed up and was out in like literally like 24, 48 hours. Naaman was like, yeah, all right, your stuff's in storage. Let's get you on the plane tomorrow. I was like, whoa, take it easy, right? And then it was, you like, damn, I'm gonna be there for 3 months. That being said, man, I I fly back on the 3rd of March. So that's like, I got here, well, I think like December 6th, December 7th, somewhere around there. Bro, 3 months. It feel like I've been here 2 weeks. Like it ain't like, I went native. It took like the first 3 weeks getting settled in, but like I said, man, I like, took to the shit like a fish to water. Like I'm back on my work schedule and everything. I'm studying. I mean, my work schedule, like how I was in Philly with producing for the channel. We streaming every Sunday with the shows and everything. I mean, we already on episode what, 10, 11 of season 7. We started season 7 when I got here. And like, I'm taking these practice tests for these for the cert and everything. I'm all studied up. Um, I'm gonna be honest, the shit went too fucking fast. Like I really feel like I haven't been here like 2 weeks. Like it's crazy. I'm actually just getting settled into like a full routine, like in my in my space and everything. I got all my study stuff out on the balcony right now, like all my notes and stuff out. I'm up, made that a full study session. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here by the TV streaming and everything. Like I'm like real settled in and shit. Like it took me like 2.5 months to like really get settled in, but like now I feel like I'm really like just getting started. So it's crazy. I got to leave. So I mean,
Right.
that's
Right.
really how I feel like right now. It's weird. It's like I've said that shit before. Like travel for black men in particular. Like aside from chasing broads and all that other shit, when I was like, when you it's just important to see the world as an American black man because, like I said, as soon as you land, and as long as you're there for like more than 2 weeks, I ain't talking 3 days, like it really is like a automatic reset, like a hard reset. Like your perception and everything is different. Like, I mean, I feel like I got a new lease on life being down here these 3 months.
That's what's up. That's what's up. See, I know backstage we were talking about the culture and how Naaman is about to take his trip, and he's trying to figure out like how to transport his cigars, so on and so forth. Because like the culture is it's a cigarette culture where he's going, and it's also a cigarette culture down there where you at.
Hmm.
But having those kind of conversations live, I think, is really important because even though it's a minor irritation, that minor irritation of trying to figure out how I'm gonna transport these quality cigars from point A to point B.
Facts.
It's a thing,
Facts.
though.
Facts.
It's a thing.
Yeah, in retrospect, now that you actually say it, this sound like so like, oh, the problem is how are we gonna get these cigars into the country? Like, yeah, yeah, bougie nigga problems, right? And the name it on top of that was like he was like, well, when the movers come, I'm going to see if they could just ship my whole humidor over there and my shipping crate that the corporation said to be. I was like, that's it was some regular shit, but that ain't some regular shit, right? Because Naaman got like a real humidor, like the stand-up joint, $2,000 joint, like the vintage. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
even when he said it, I'm like, damn, you gonna ship a whole motherfucker? But their corpse and like they sending him like a fucking a shipping container, like to pretty much take his whole shit over to Korea. It's crazy. Like he could bring his whole house if he wanted.
Good sir. Naaman, do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, I mean, I think I was having this discussion with my family, and they were saying the same thing because I'm the first person in my family who's experiencing something like this. And, like I come from very humble upbringing, and my family pretty much was saying the same thing to me because essentially the goal for me is to finish this part of my professional career and then to move to Africa, so basically be in Kenya, and learning all this is also kind of helping me connect the dots. But also I remember when Theo was talking about that he is cargoing all his things in his container for the gym equipment. I was wondering myself when he was talking about it, because when Theo started talking about that, like I didn't knew anything about container or doing something like that. And then, like just thinking about it, God dropped this opportunity for me. And then come to know they're like, hey, if you want this thing to be fried it through air, then this is the capacity and weight that we are going to allow to you. If you want more to be sent out, then it has to go through the ship, but it's going to get there a little bit later. So you got to pick between which one you want. And I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Nah, it is, but like that's the stuff that average people don't have to consider, especially when they're not moving abroad. But once you start talking about moving abroad, well, you're gonna have a whole new list of issues that you have to deal with. But
Yeah,
those issues are much better than the shit over
but
here.
contractor, what I would say, um, going through this process, something that I value so much from this is that, like, if you want to move, and I'm saying, like, let's say if you see Troy, who is in Kenya right now, or somebody on his level, if you are in States and you're planning on moving to another country, doing something like this really shows you like how to move in the correct way. Like, I know a lot of people make 6 to 7 trips back and forth within a year when they're planning on moving to a different country, and then every time they come, they take a little bit stuff and then take it back there, come back, take a little bit stuff and take it back there. If you really think about the cost you're incurring by doing so many trips, actually getting the container is way cheaper.
Yeah, it is. It is. But see, people don't want to. They don't want to wait that 2 weeks or 3 weeks it may take. But they
But
forget that okay, that plane is flying at 500 miles an hour, roughly in the air, versus that boat. That boat is only moving about 25, maybe 30 knots across rough seas, choppy seas, so on and so forth. It's gonna take a little bit longer. And then once it hits port, it still has to be offloaded along with everyone else's stuff too. So you got to be patient. But instead of just putting in the time to wait, you know, American culture, we want it. I'm hungry. I want a Big Mac. I want it now. You know what I'm saying? They forget that part. But sometimes it's better just to be patient and wait, take what you can, and then wait on the rest to come. You know?
well, discipline takes you far in life, and like I was taught that lesson from a very early age by my father. I remember when I used to go to school, and my father would give me like pocket money every day, but he would only give me like 5 rupees or something less than that. And every time he would do that, I would just look at him and be like, "Are you fucking serious?" But I'm not gonna say that to my father. So, but I would be like, "Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much," and I would just put it in my pocket. But I'd be like, "Damn, what the hell am I gonna do with this?" And I was trained from a young age, like not to eat crap like candy or something like that. Like my parents would give me the choice to pick whatever I want to, but when I would pick junk food or something like that, um, like after I would buy the food and eat it, they would talk to me about it. They'd be like, "You do know that this is not good for your health. You do know that for you to keep playing sports actively, this is going to damage your health." So, and I'd be like, "So what do you want me to do?" They'd be like, "You want the nice stuff?" And I'm like, "Of course I want the nice stuff, but I don't have the money for it." They're like, "No, you have the money for it. You're not patient." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Okay, do you think you could wait like maybe up till Friday?" So like, I was when I was in Pakistan, Fridays would be half days, because if you live in an Islamic country, Friday is observed as a holiday or observed as a holy day, just like in many Christian countries, it's Sunday. And schools would only be open till half a day, and then kids would get out of school early. And he would be like, "Look, now you have the money to buy the lunch that you want." And I'm like, "Hey, okay, just didn't you just had to wait till the end of the week?" So I think in life, even with my own career, that's what I observed. That I think I thought to myself that I deserved more than what I had, but I think just believing in whatever God set in front of me, I learned that you just have to be patient, because when He's gonna give you something, He's gonna give it to you because you earned it. You are ready for it. But I think us being humans, we sometimes just want things right away.
True, true, true. But patience, it comes in time. It's all part of the process. I did a video a little while ago talking about the process before the progress, and y'all know, because we talk behind the scenes or
I mean,
whatever. But
look at
yeah,
the journey of this channel itself. Machismo, you, all the community, the guys who are in the chat right now, like all of this curated in time and matured within its time. Like, the community, that this particular platform has, is a solid community because of the patience and process it took to get to this point. That's one of the good things about the community, like this platform has, that although it's not huge as some of the other channels and platforms out there, but the community here is a solid community.
yes, sir, it is. Yes, sir, it is. But at the end of the day, I still have to agree with Machismo. Those are bougie nigga problems. At the end of the day, because shipping a whole humidor, my G, most people don't even understand. They don't get that. They don't get that part. But
Well,
that's a real thing.
I like to say I do not like to compromise on quality.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. I was saying, you see, was that stream you did? What is it? Progress over something? Contractor. That was actually a good stream. I got a bunch of joints I want to clip that you did recently. Oh, and I never told you this. I like how you changed the icon, the PSA group. Nice touch.
thank you, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
thank
you.
you, sir.
I,
Thank you, sir.
I have
I
I
notice
have a good team, sir.
everything. I notice everything.
I got a really good mentor. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I pay attention. I'm not just running around like all loose and willy nilly no more. Everything's measured at this point because
Oh yeah,
I realize the power of the space, and I appreciate the brothers that are down here. So it's like, all right, let me go ahead because
yeah.
let me go ahead.
You're almost at 200. What you call it? I'm a double down on clipping you, and I was saying to No News in the chat, I'm a double down on clipping him because I did some beta. Well, Tito's his own entity in and of itself, but um, I I doubled down on promoting Tito on the community tab. I mean, it helps that he produces a lot of content for his channel, but he wasn't leaving stuff on the channel for a while. Now he's leaving stuff up there, and I've been sharing his streams, plus clipping him for all the clip shows season 7, and he's about to pass. I think I didn't check the day, but he's almost about to hit 600 subs, and I was on the phone with him before he broke the 500. I was on WhatsApp with him before he broke the 500. I hit him like, "Yo, you 70 away from 500, bro." Boom. End of the day, he was at like 525. I was like, "Oh," and boom, and like I said, that was like 48 hours ago. So I didn't check the day, but he might be past 600. So um, that definitely, I monitor that joint. So like I said, you about to hit 200. So I'm going to double up on clipping you for season 7, sharing your streams and stuff, and try and get you to 500 subs, so your super chats can get turned on.
Much appreciated. I
And
do
because
realize that.
you're producing more consistently now.
Thank you. Thanks for noticing. But I do realize that I'm not palatable for everyone. So pretty much everyone who subbed is they're part of that raw hardcore group any damn
I
way.
don't
And
think it's so much that it's
yeah,
just content is content. You just you can drive traffic to a channel, but people got to see you posting regularly and stuff like that. I mean, YouTube's the new television. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. That
You know,
part.
and AC's hard line as it comes. You know what I'm saying? And he been like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, you definitely have an audience. And then, like I said, you got a fan base from the Sunday show. You've been around since season one.
True, 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 true. Like I'm humble with it. I don't view me like that. I view me as the dude that still put the work boots on and go build you something real fast, or fix whatever you done fucked up. So
Hell yeah.
so it is what it is. But I wanted to ask, as far as your experience down there in Colombia thus far, um, in comparison to being back home in Philly, or back home in Detroit, or back home in, I don't know, let's say like Houston. As far as the amenities, are they somewhat similar, or is it like complete third world?
Nah, bro. As far as amenities, like, bro, the apartment I'm in now is nicer than the apartment I lived in Philly. But the apartment I lived in, now, granted, I lived in an old building in Philly because, like, I'm in the historic area, and like it's a real expensive neighborhood. But I lived in like a um a historic building, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, my window, I still had the old school windows with the not even a rope. I didn't even have the chain slats. I had the rope slats where you push the window up. Like, I still had the original windows and all that shit. So, but my apartment here, it's like industrial loft. Like I said, I mean, like the way my shit is set up now, like it's also awesome that like a lady comes, actually two ladies come and clean for me every week. So like I don't have to, but like out on my balcony, like I got all my stuff for studying for AWS. All my notes are out and shit like that. All my handwritten notes that I'm looking at them right now. Got my two laptops on the fucking balcony and everything, and blah blah blah. I'm over here streaming. Um, and like I said, I'm right by Chippy Chape Mall. Like everything, like McDonald's, all the shit, Charlie. Like it's all here. And then like, bro, like there's like all like basically like whatever you trying to, and this is Cali, this isn't even Medellin or Bogota. So like, but like I love it here. Like I said, I've been here for 3 months. I could do 6 months down here standing on my head like nobody's business. Like I said, I can't believe 3 months is up and it's right time for me to go. I packed my big suitcase up today like a practice pack. You know what I'm saying? Like to get myself my mental right. Like I'm about to be up out here because I'm in here comfortable like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I like this morning I went to the gym and ran, came back, showered, and like I practice packed. Took out my, you know what I'm saying, packed everything up, like, and like, just to get the feeling like, yo, bro, you're gonna be out of here in 2 weeks. Cause like I'm comfortable and like settled in. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could do another 3-4 months down here easy, like it ain't nothing. And like I said, I'm in there's I got a routine. Like that's the thing. Like, here's the thing. If you come down here and you just like willy-nilly and you ain't, like I said, you ain't a man with a plan. You ain't like, I came down here with a plan. I was going to study for the cert, produce for the channel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be on your program down here because you could easily get distracted and into like a whole bunch of nonsense, end up broke, and like, you know what I'm saying, waste. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your level of discipline. Like I said, I ran around the first 2 weeks with my man Todd before he rolled out of here. He's in Panama now. You know what I'm saying? So when I moved into the new apartment and in January, because I had I had a program I needed to get on. I got settled in like a week or two, and like literally like I'm rolling just like I was in Philly, like the same routine, produce for the channel, blah blah blah. I'm on the phone with everybody. I'm studying, blah blah blah. Like it's days I don't even leave my apartment, like 2-3 days in a row. Like I'll go to the gym and I'll just be in here working and shit. And then, like I said, we got like Rappi and Didi down here. It's like a delivery service, and you can get anything delivered, like anything from food to women. Like no bullshit, you can get anything delivered. And so, like, there's like a burger place I like down here called TDT. It's like gourmet burgers and shit. It's a walking, but like you could be in here working all day and be like, oh shit, I ain't eat. Pick up your phone, get your food delivered. The shit like fucking dirt cheap, and just like go at it. Like, so it helps that I'm on a program. like I said, if you do without direction and you just running around, like you could come down here and get into a whole bunch of nonsense, go home broke with nothing accomplished. That it's very easy for that to happen too. But like I said, man, I mean, I got to give it the naming because we before they even pitched it to me, like I guess like I had this we had I think it was me and you had this conversation, because names of engineers very fastidious and detail oriented. So like he specifically picked Cali and like for all the reasons it was 100% correct. Like maybe it's the perfect place to be. Not Medellin, not Bogota. Like moving forward, Colombia is going to be my base. Like because your visa and your stay time rolls over every 12 months every year. So 6 months in Cali, Colombia, definitely. Like and it like that'll be my base. Like I'll go if I want to go to Medellin or Bogota or something like that's cool. But like I really like the vibe down here. It's like upper middle class neighborhood. It's quiet, but it's modern. And like I said, like wonderful restaurants. Either like you can go as posh as you want or as local as you want. You know what I'm saying? And you can just fall back and disappear if you want. No problems. You know what I'm saying? You find the right place. Like it's a fantastic spot. And it's actually I'm looking at Airbnbs in Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, and Brazil now too, because I got to figure out where I'm gonna stay for 3 months or something here and there. And actually, Cali's cheaper than all of them, so this was the perfect place to start the adventure off at.
That's why I send you to Cali, bro.
hmm And as far as modern amenities, bro, like you got the money down here. Like they building luxury condos left and right down here, and like, bro, like if you want to spend money, like you can spend 1,500, 2,000, $2,000 a month. Penthouses, like it's all down here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I got a nice little apartment. I'm paying six. I think I paid 612 for this. But like, you want some super posh shit? It's down here, bro. Like it ain't nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Now, one thing I would say, just like Cali, if something comparatively is close to that, um, now it's not going to be in close to that, when it comes to the XX chromosome, but um, everything else besides that, I think Lima is pretty close to that.
Lima.
Um, yeah, Lima's pretty close to that. And believe it or not, Guadalajara, Guadalajara in Mexico.
Oh, Guadalajara.
Yeah,
All right. Well, we're gonna. Well,
Lima is definitely more on the financial, I would say, and much, much, much better.
oh well,
But
shit. Maybe I should look at Lima then. Like we're gonna work it
yeah,
out because well, Namely's for Korea in July, so there's a good chance toward the end of the year I'll actually be in Korea. 'Cause, I mean, and actually, it's good we're having this conversation. So let's put this in perspective for like the guys that listen, because you guys seen the post on YouTube. I moved to Colombia in 60 days, all that. It's good, and it's true, I put the clip of the documentary type stuff up, but um. I will say this, and Naaman was right about this too. Like, because Naaman was saying to me, like, bro, you got to do it now. We were in Panama for my birthday, and now that I'm here, like 3 months in, and like I said, retrospect, looking back, and from now, like, yeah, he's absolutely right. Now, this is not like, don't get it twisted. Like, the 60 days is a rush thing. Plus, it was I was jammed up. Like, so this isn't the ideal situation, but it's at the same time, it's the best situation. I still would have been sitting still, standing still, even though I'm making progress. It wouldn't feel like it sitting in the same position in Philadelphia. And like I said, you can't put a price on experience. Like there is some intangible value of acclimating yourself overseas. Like it's a neuroplasticity thing. Your brain starts working faster and better. Like your epigenetic adaptive powers. So the one thing I'll say this, the point I'm trying to make, I ran in, like I said, I run a lot of brothers down here. My man Ty came back for the Super Bowl from from Panama to watch the Super Bowl and hang out with me for a week. Um, so these guys are younger than me. Ty just turned 40. A lot of the other guys are older than me. But the one thing I realize is the guys that double down on this travel thing, like it's a complete juxtapose. Like now, you look at your year by the 12 months, like you plan your year by the 12 months, and that's based on how long you can stay in each particular country. And so, like, that's how I'm looking at it now. Like, all right, I've been here for 2 months, it's the beginning of 2025. So I just tried to apply to extend my visa so I can get the 180 days. So maybe I'll have another 4 months here when I fly back. They'll let me know. But that's 6. So then I got to find 3 months, like either in Brazil, Costa Rica, maybe Lima, Peru, because I'm trying to spend the least amount of time back in the States, right? And then Naaman goes to Korea in July. So maybe toward the end of the year, I'm in October, November, December in Korea. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it didn't even occur to me when I got down here until like now I'm all settled and I see all these other guys and how they're moving. Like it's just nothing now. And remember earlier I was saying like, yo, I was at the table and guys would be like, oh, everybody knew what country they were going to be in at whatever time. And it would be like a year ahead. I was like, dang, how they know? Because now I get it. Because like everybody's keeping track of their months about how long they can be in this country, how long they could be in this country. Blah, 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 not overextend their stay or their visas. So, like I said, this is my foray intro into it. And it's looking like I'm going to spend the next decade of my life like this because there's no going back. I'm not getting no younger.
And see, another thing is, for you to spend the 3 months in Cali, Colombia, now for any reason, let's just say you have to move at light speed out of any country and go be somewhere, you could be like, hey, I know the streets and the people and so forth in Cali, Colombia. I can just get up and go in Cali and just go over there and be there for whatever time you need to, stay over there. Because for you to invest the 3 months in Cali, you figured out and learned where the neighborhoods, the people, things like that, and that kind of allows you, to basically save the cost initiative of like moving or living somewhere because you already know the blueprint. So
Facts.
a lot of times when you go to any new place, just like a new job, anything new in your life, you have to exert more energy because you have to learn new things, you have to figure out new things. And part of that is, the excitement and adventure of a new place. But sometimes, you're in a space where you don't have the bandwidth for that, and you just need to kind of go to a known place because you just need that at that time in your life. So now, since you have been in Cali, I mean, you kind of have Cali down, on your resume as to be like, hey, listen, for whatever reason, life is at this point right now. I think I need Cali, and you can always go back to Cali.
Yo, I mean, that's a fact. Like, bro, like, I only been here 3 months and like I haven't been everywhere, but you know what I used to do, contractor. So like I think that skill set doesn't disappear. And like I didn't actively do it, but what's funny is my man Ty came back from Panama for Super Bowl, right? And I linked up with him. We was going to head down to the Super Bowl, and then it was like the day later, and I was like, we was just talking, and he was like, and I was like, yo, and I was here, and no, look, we need to go here. Oh, but you need this, and he started laughing. And I was like, what? Because Ty been coming here for like 3-4 years and shit. He was like, man, you've been here 2 months. He's like, the first 2 weeks he came down here, I'm showing you all over the place. He said, I go back to the States, go to Panama for a couple weeks, come back. He was like, you showing me around. He was like, you know where everything at. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was like, that's crazy. He was like, then we went to Rico's and people was coming and he was like, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, you know him, you know her. I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I plugged in like real quick. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah,
like I know how to
and
move.
and that's what I'm saying. Like for you, like the time and energy you invested into Colombia by being in Cali, like that is always going to like stay with you. And anytime you feel like, hey, listen, like even what you just said right now, you're like, hey, I could come back to Cali anytime and just stay here because I feel like this is my base. You feel that way because of how like Colombia and staying in Cali made you feel. And I'm like, that is how I was feeling when I was in Thailand. And it wasn't until I started, going to other countries and I was just like, oh, okay, all right, fine, fine. Not so bad, not so bad. I still think Thailand has these perks over these countries, but I mean, I see what it is. And it wasn't until I went to Kenya that I was like, man, Kenya is my spot. And now in March, I'm about to go to South Africa and see what's up over there. So yeah, like that's the whole thing with how the world is changing today. That um, a lot of people are questioning how societies are changing now, and people are like in this weird mental space that like what is wrong with them. And I think the way the world is changing is almost like each country is becoming like a zip code, and you just move into these different areas and neighborhoods like as the countries, and decide, you know what, I think this is my spot, I think this is my place, I think this is where I need to be, because you need to go where you click in.
Fact.
And that's
You're right.
how that
You're right.
that
Facts.
is how I felt when I was in Kenya. When I was in Kenya, I felt like the the part of me that I still carry with me as being a person who was born in Pakistan, like that was still that I experienced while I was in Kenya. And then Kenya being Africa, and how my experience has been while living in America, with the black community, like all of that, I could experience that and feel that while I was in Kenya. So I was just like, like I really, really like Kenya. Like this is the place that I see why Troy and some of these other guys are saying so much, are singing so many praises of this place, because I can see why. Um, and given Kenya right now is emerging economy, it's good for any person who is growing and wants to, like, has a lot of appetite to be someone and be somebody like in life. Like Kenya has that to offer. Like South Africa is not bad either, but I mean, since South Africa is already a little bit more developed, if you're gonna go play game in there, I mean, the chess players are who are in there, have a high competence. So you need to go in, with more capital and more, more skin in the game to be able to be successful in South Africa. So that's why East African countries are like right now in the phase of developing. So that's why more and more people are moving over there.
Well,
Yo,
well,
contractor, can
yo,
you're on my side. You can't see super chats, can you?
no, I can't. I just wanted you brothers to go ahead and complete that. But I wanted to say, shout out to Mr. Jeremy Hill.
That's
Much
what I was getting
appreciated,
ready to
sir.
say. That's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah,
Jeremy Hill
yeah,
in the
yeah.
motherfucking chat. That's why I stopped you.
Ain't that some shit there?
Jeremy Hill in the chat. And Nameless just popped up.
Word? I ain't see
Yeah,
that part yet.
Nameless been missing in action. Nameless just popped up out of nowhere. Poof. Nameless in the chat. And freaking Jay Fleming in the building. I see you flexing on Facebook, homie. Kwame Kaiju in the building. Yeah, Jay Fleming up here, but Nameless just popped up out of the smoke on everybody. And Jeremy Hill popped up out of the blue, bro.
See that this when you boil everything down to its purest content, as far as the manosphere, right? You get this right here. It's brothers conversing about what they doing and what their plan, excuse me, and what their plans are, and like attracts like. Real attract real, no real, bro. At the end of the day, That's why I was like, when I first pitched this idea to you, I'm like, bro, you need to talk about this. That way, people can understand and start to see. Because I already know you're gonna have a boatload of content that's gonna support everything you said, that they can visually see and consume with their eyes. But you're getting it all out right here, right now. That's why I was like, yo, this shit is powerful, Slim. You got Jeremy Hill in the chat. You got Nameless popping up. James Fleming. Kaju Kwame. Kwame Kaju. Dog, everybody, no news. Everybody comes to listen to this information, bro. Only you can put it out there the way you put it out there. So that's why I said, yeah, last time it's my platform, but not really. It's more like ours. It's more like ours. Because at the end of the day, bruh, everybody want to know what life looked like down there. And the difference, the contrast between what they're experiencing here and what they could be living out there. And when you said something that I didn't want to skip past, but I wanted you to finish. You're looking at it from 12 months, from a 12-month perspective. I can go here for 3 months. I can go here for 3 months. I can go here for 2 months or 2.5, and then boom, another over here for 2.5. Bam, that's my year. I'm gone.
Yeah,
Why go back to the guy?
yeah, with this travel lifestyle, that's why I figured. And it's, you know what's crazy? Because contractor, you know this shit since season 1. What was I saying? Because I was certain for like business analyst and project manager shit. Then I was just getting out of banking, and I was talking about, okay. Remember, I kept saying like, yeah, I got to get up out of here, and that whatchamacallit, I'm gonna try and do like 30 days, but then like if I'm looking at the year, maybe 3 months overseas, 9 months back in the States, to get my feet wet, and then try to do a 6 in the 6 overseas, 6 in the States, and then try to transition over to 9 overseas, 3 in the States. I went from fucking 0 to 60 when that shit hit. Like boom, 3 months off the gate and no rollback. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't even trying to do like the 9-3. We trying to do like 11-1, 11 months overseas, 11 months overseas, for 11 months overseas and fucking 1 month in the States. And that's really naming, because every time I'm flying back, the name is like, so when are you gonna leave? You're coming back, so how soon can you get back out of the country? I'd be like, that, you know what I'm saying? That's David. Because every time I be talking, I'd be like, yo, I'm coming back on the 3rd. You gonna decide? He was like, yeah, I know. Like, so you're not really planning on staying here, right? Like can we get you to Costa Rica or something? Like, you need to be the least amount of time in the States. That'd be naming it out here with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, well,
he ain't lied though. He ain't lied. As little time as possible, dog. Once you get out, don't bring your ass back. Name it. What you tell him? You not bringing
he knows.
Anubis in the building. I don't know. He might still be down here in Colombia too, but Anubis be everywhere. Barranquilla, he'd be all over the Colombia. He had already left Cali when I was there. And Quiet Storm in the chat and in the building. Yo, drop Quiet Storm the link.
I sent you guys a message in the chat if you guys can see it.
Yeah. Drop Quiet Storm the link so you can come there and bust it up. Cause Storm, I hung out with your homie Stoic Nomad Super Bowl. He cool as hell. We busted up. Yeah. Yeah, drop Quiet Storm the link, see if he want to come up. But yeah, that's really the thing now. Like, what do you call it? Like,
I was telling. Go ahead.
This 12-month thing, like, in terms of the travel lifestyle, like, it's the mental reset for me. Like, up until I either get a remote job or a hybrid job in the States, like my thinking really now is just looking at, like, you look at every year as those 12 months. It's just like math. Like, okay, how long can I stay here? How long can I stay here? You know what I mean? And which, you know what I'm saying? Like without overstaying my visa. And so what I figured out is most guys got 2 or 3 countries that they like, you know. So like whatchamacallit, my man Ty, like as soon as he was out and went back to Tampa, he booked 90 days in Panama, just locked it all down, flew to Panama, then flew back to the States. He had to go to some conference for his job, flew back to Panama, then flew over to Cali to hang out for the Super Bowl. He's back in Panama now. You know what I'm saying? And then he's already his 90 days is all paid up for. So he'll either come back to Colombia for 2 or 3 months, or do you know what I'm saying? But most guys got like 2 or 3 countries they bounce back and forth between, and they really just be trying to spend the least amount of time in the States as possible. So most guys are on like a 6-6 or a 9-3. You know what I mean? 6 overseas, 6 in the States, or 9 overseas, 3 in the States. And like
Oh, by the way,
I used to say before, like there really ain't no need to spend more than 3 months in the United States a year.
I think you should. I think you should not spend more than a month here. But
No. I mean, no. Yeah, exactly. I told you that'd be naming in my ear. Like, all right, so what are you gonna be here for like a week? We gotta figure out some place for you to go. Like, he really be in my ear on that shit. So, but I mean, it is a good thing. Like I said, if he wasn't like that from the gate, I wouldn't be here in Colombia like this. Like,
and it's not just that. For me to do that is also to push you but give you a good push that like to kind of like break you into this habit that because if for me if I'm doing that, like it's basically going to program you, hey, like I need to keep moving, and that way like it's going to be a habit for you to be like, all right, I'm reaching 3 months, I need to leave the country. All right, like within the 2 months you're already planning on like, all right, my next Airbnb is going to be like in this country. So
mm-hmm.
it almost like mentally prepares you, that that's the move that you want to make. And Anubis put a message in there about being sick in Cartagena. When I was in Cartagena, nothing got me sick until I went to that place called Chalon, bro. I swallowed all that nasty ass seawater, and oh my gosh, bro, like I could not eat anything after that. And then here's the good thing: the guy who I hired as my security guy when I was in Cartagena, it was me and him both got sick, and like he got me something from the dispensary, which was like some sort of like digestive like pill or something, and then he's like, just take this with some like Sprite, bro. I was good like within like an hour. So Anubis, I don't know if you're still in Cartagena or not, but yeah, I can share whatever the thing I had. I have a picture of it that you can find at the dispensary. That thing is really good. In fact, you know what, Machismo? Since you are in Colombia, bro, I'm gonna send you a picture of that thing. If you could grab a couple of those for me from the dispensary.
All right.
Yo, if anybody wants to come up, I'll post the link in the chat. That way, you got it. Because honestly, I don't feel like asking a bunch of questions. I talk to this man on a regular basis, pretty much. So I already know what the deal is, but I have to present it in a way that is fresh for you all. Well, I ain't got that energy right now. What I do got is a link, and then if y'all want to hit it, you can ask them straight up and come up and be like, "Yo, so what it look like? What it do?" But gone. That's y'all. Oh, quiet storm in the building right there. Boom. At the stage. There it is.
Yo,
Big
what
bro.
Up,
what's going on, fellas? What's going on?
Yo, what's going on, man? Yo, I hung out with your man Stoic, man. Boy, solid as hell, boy. And he funny as hell.
Don't let Stoic fool you, man. Stoic, good dude. He kind of young, like I said. You can kind of pick up the similarities with me and Stoic, with you and Naaman. Young dude, got his head on straight,
Yeah, he
focused.
got his head on
The
straight. Yeah, but
only
we
thing
wild
was
out. It was Super Bowl Sunday, bro. We wild out. I think I've sent like videos of us yelling and well, I lost my voice, so I yelling and screaming for 3 hours at the television. But nah, bro, we was in there drinking, smoking hookah, eating barracuda and shit. Yo, Stella cool as hell, cuz.
you forget, man, that Stoic was in the military too, so
Yeah,
Stoic know how to party.
yeah, he not a party. Yeah.
So, yeah, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
here.
but like now we him and my man Ty hit it off because they both in cybersecurity. Ty Air Force, so
Okay.
everybody at the table. I think it was like two Army, one Air Force, one Navy. So they was all busting each other's balls and everything. But like, no, we had a great time. Yo, the homie solid as hell.
Yeah,
He even checked up on me the next day. Yo, did you make it home okay? Because we was trash. Because like we bought a bottle of tequila to the table, and then like I know the owner of the Ricos, so he was giving us unlimited margaritas and stuff like that. I don't even drink like that, but it was Super Bowl. We was walling. It's crazy.
you had a good reason to celebrate that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I came in late, so I kind of it's the earlier topic. I don't know exactly what's been covered so far, so I could just slide in. What's been said so far? Somebody catch me up real quick.
Well,
Well, we
pretty
was
much we
go
just
ahead.
talking.
Go ahead. It's your show.
No, pretty much we was just talking, getting to check in, seeing how life is, seeing what the comparison of life between here, stateside, and abroad. With the good brother Machismo, we talked to Naaman about his trip, his big trip he has coming up
Oh yes,
uh,
oh yes.
to Korea. Yeah. Just chopping it up, just information, bro. Information. There wasn't really a topic for real. It was more so, what's going on with you? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Barbershop talk.
Okay. So I've been hearing yo machismo, the clock ticking. Um, you obviously got your plan to come back, obviously, of course, and you already explained to us the next move. How does it
Well,
feel, man?
actually, we working on the next move right now. Actually, because like when
Hmm.
I come back, it'll be March, and then Naaman leaves for South Africa. I think like maybe 3 or 4 days after I land.
Hmm.
So we got to work that out, and then like I'm not actually what you would call it. I already applied for the extended visa thing. I got to call the Bogota and everything. Um,
Hmm.
Mainly just like so I could find out. All right, if I fly directly back to Colombia, exactly how long can I stay? Is it a month or is it like 3 months? Do you know what I'm saying? Because then I got to plan around that.
Right.
And then like last time I talked to Naaman, we were talking about let's take a look at either Dominican Republic or Costa Rica or Brazil for 3 months. While we get situated. He leaves for Korea, and because this is the other thing. Like the Korea thing just popped up, like and that
Hmm.
changed everything because he has to leave immediately in July.
Hmm.
So that's another snafu. But like once he's like I said, the way it's looking, if he gets settled in, I might more than likely end up being in South Korea October, November, December because I get 3 months direct entry. Um,
Hmm.
and into Korea, and Naaman's going to be there for a year or 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But that'll be my hodgepodge. 12 months for 2025. Like, and that's the thing I want to reiterate that I put out I moved to Colombia in 60 days joint and they had all the documentary type stuff, but it really is exactly what it is. Like I really just packed my shit up and was out like as soon as that shit hit storage and we put everything in storage. Like that's like not no bullshit. Like my shit went into storage and Naaman was like, all right, you could be on the plane tomorrow. And I was like, whoa, take it easy. But in retrospect, he actually wasn't wrong. Like I
Hmm.
actually brought more shit than I actually needed. I could have brought half of an empty check-in suitcase, but I didn't know. Like now that I'm down here, I'm like, oh, okay. Do you understand? But like you just up and out being like, you're gonna crash land in this country for 3 months to figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bruh. So I think instead of like 24 hours, I think it was like 48 hours later, and I was on the plane. Like literally, my shit went into storage. I had a bunch of storage joints. I brought them back to this crib when we went through stuff with a suitcase, and it was literally like, all right, I leave for work in the morning. I get off at so and so. I'll be back at the crib, and then we leave in the morning. I take you to the airport 5 in the morning. Like it was that quick, bro.
Yeah.
So like yeah, like so now I've been here settled in for 3 months, and it's looking like it's going to be on that same type of time, coming back, landing, and figuring out what the next move is. Because I got, well, what is it? Got 10 months to go. But you know what I mean? Like this the first year, but 2026 would be way easier. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, and like I said, this amount of time spent in Philly, still doing what I'm doing anyway, as opposed to getting this reset here in Colombia. Like you can't put a price on it. You like there's so many intangibles.
Hey, question real quick. No News just brought up a really good question. I think a lot of brothers may be curious about. How was customs for you?
Oh, that's crazy. Like my hardest part was getting out of the United States and getting through Panama. As soon as I hit Colombia, bruh, I was like, and I had, you know, I told the story. I had to fucking sleep in Dulles International. They wouldn't let me on the plane to get into Panama, Copa Airlines, and all that other shit. Had to get the return ticket. So, like, that was a debacle, or like inauspicious right from the gate. But as soon as I hit Colombia, and I was beat the fuck up and tired by then. Hit Colombia, boom, go through customs. This is exactly how that shit happened. So I get to the thing, boom, boom, boom. Dude don't ask me for the return joint. He goes, how long are you in Colombia? A year for business or pleasure. I said, bit of both. What you call? How long are you here? And I was like, March 3rd. And then he was like, where are you staying? So in the airport, I don't have no Wi-Fi. I just landed. So I'm trying to tell. So I tell the dude, no, I'm trying to pull up my Airbnb joint. So I'm fiddling with my phone. The dude goes, stands my joint. Enjoy your stay at Colombia. And he's like, get the fuck out of here. Keep it moving. Right? Boom. I hit customs. I go through the joint and all this other shit. Throw my bag on the joint. My bag come through the other side of the joint. They pull my bag. I pull my bag off. It's like 4 like guys there, not with machine guns, but like military looking. They pull my bag off, like wave at me all extra. Enjoy your stay in Colombia. They stopped the 3 bitches behind me, going through all they shit. I couldn't believe it. I just walked right out. Like I went through customs like nobody's business.
I gotta ask. The 3 bitches they stopped. What they look like? Just curious. Just out of curiosity.
Oh no, they wasn't Keishas. They was I don't know if they was Venezuelan. No, there wasn't because I caught a flight in from, where did I land from Panama? No, I flew from Panama directly to Cali. So there was this bad like brown skinned Colombian broad on there with me, and then like the rest of them was like either Colombians or Venezuelans.
Yeah, Nuba said that when he flew into Colombia, the customs was empty.
Yeah, so, like coming, like I like, you know, I never I've been all about. I've never been to Colombia. You know, you hear stories, but bro, I landed and I got here late at night. Like my flight landed at like fucking midnight. So it might have been because it was super late at night, but man, I was in and out. Like I said, when because when I told you, dude, I was going to be here for 3 months, you know, I figured like, you know, it might be like I'm fiddling with my phone to try and show him the address. Like while I got my head down, like, that's when I heard him be like, he stamped the joint. Enjoy your stay at Colombia. But it was like, it was more like, I ain't got no time for that shit. Keep it moving, homie. keep it moving.
Yeah, you're only gonna have problems with customs when coming into US. And Machismo can tell you when we were coming back from Panama. I mean, like shit. I almost got harassed and investigated by some of the security agents who
But
were.
that's
Who,
because, but that's because this nigga, fucking David, Neighbor goes to duty free and gets all the most expensive alcohol, rums and everything, the boxes and everything, all bagged up. And he was like, I know you know the poundage that you could come in, and he was like right below the joint. So like bags of like expensive alcohol, and then like you going to the joint and you seen the people in customs like, oh. Look at this bottle. Look at this bottle. And like some of the shits don't go through like the scan John. So they was all like giving him a hard time with like the duty free John. But I'm like, man, you got like 30 pounds of alcohol.
Hold up. Damon, you mean to tell me you went to the duty free and got that good old Johnny Walker Blue?
Nah, that nigga.
Johnny Walker Blue, man. Come
Nah,
on.
like he was getting like these super expensive rums you never fucking heard of, like all these like the big heavy bottles with the big boxes. Even when we went through customs, they was looking at us like, how do you have all this expensive alcohol? Like they was looking at us all suspicious, and I'm like, no, he paid, but you get the receipts on it all, and like the guards have to carry it, the duty free for you. But it was just, bro, it was so much shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, it was also shit like, how can, it was so much like, like expensive alcohol, like shit you never heard of, that they was just like, something is up. Like, it was on some shit like that. And like,
See, the thing is,
like
the thing is this.
it was so much stuff, they gave us big fucking duffel bags for it. Like, we was carrying bricks of coke and shit through the fucking airport. Like 2 big bags of that shit.
I mean, hey, it was all within.
It's all legal.
Yeah, it was all legal. It was look. And
That's why we had a problem going back to Panama.
No, I was telling them the same thing. I'm like, these are the rules.
In duty free, dude couldn't believe he was buying all that shit. And they was like, "What do you think about this? Should I get this? Should I get this?" Yeah, bro.
No, see, my thing is like, look, it was all within the guidelines of what the duty free had. They're like, look, you can carry this much. This is the allowed weight and volume of alcohol allowed through duty free. And I was like, cool. If that's what it is, that's what we're going to do. We stuffed everything in 2 duffel bags. And when we're going right through, so first we started running into a problem with the first female security officer when we were coming in.
Right. It was the female Jones giving us a hard time. What? And I'm gonna ask him question. He said, "I tell everyone who travels, if you don't have Amex Platinum card and you don't have global entry, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Customs for me average 15 minutes tops.
No.
Storm flexing on people. Storm flexing in the chat.
No.
Flexing in the chat.
Storm, I have all of that, and we were having this issue.
Naming sideways, flexing on the panel back. No, go ahead.
Of the way the optics were playing out, because that day the way I was dressed was not helping. Because first I was getting harassed by the female security officers because she kept asking me for my number. And I kept looking at her like, nah, bitch, like, I'm not giving you my number. And then she's like, okay, you can go. And then when I got to the second one, I don't know what she said to the other one. The other one made me open up my carry-on case, and she's going through all my toiletries. And out of all the toiletries, she's inspecting all the condoms. And I was like, yeah, have fun with it. Like, I have no problem. Go, enjoy yourself. So... And
Baby got harassed by the broads at the fucking airport because he was looking fucking super rich. Like he brought an umbrella, like a London umbrella, like a full size umbrella on the plane and everything, because he's in an Admirals Club and everything. And, like, he's looking super rich, and then he came back with like $1 million worth of expensive alcohol in 2 big duffel bags, like. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it was the bitch, it was the chick TSA's fucking with. The dudes was kind of like,
Yeah, the dudes were
the
chill.
dudes were kind of like, yeah, y'all
No,
going a little overboard. Like, stop fucking
no,
with my man shit.
no. I get it. But I came back from Dubai into London Heathrow, hit JFK. My last stop was fucking DCMA or Reagan National. Long story short, bruh, the bitch before I hit my last stop in fucking JFK, the bitch made me take my wedding ring off, dog. She was salty. TSA
Wow,
bitch made me take my wedding ring off. I'm
that's
like, you
crazy.
raggedy motherfucker. You see it on my hand. Oh, oh, we detected some bomb traces on you. Do you
Yeah,
not see the
yeah,
steel?
that's
The
what
steel
they
car?
rub the little cloth on you and be like, yeah, you're gonna have to take that off.
Well,
The cloth said, like, bitch, stop lying.
but no. In my case, it was true because that's when they attacked the DFAC and shit just got blowed up. So now I was all up in that shit. So yeah,
Okay,
See
well,
all
that.
right,
that
cool.
doesn't make sense, bro. Yeah, boy, you was contracting him, but yeah.
See,
They saw
contractor. That
go ahead,
that's why you gotta walk through that metal detector with suspenders on, bro.
bro. I might as well. I might as well just whip the joint out for the hoe because that's what they wanted. They wanted a phone number and some relations.
I,
Real shit.
I'm telling you, you start putting on suspenders, bro. Your life is gonna change.
Fact, fact. But at the end of the day, you got harassed because you look like money, and the TSA broads. Those are
You
$5
know, when we were at the
broad.
Miami, when we got to Miami airport and U.S. Customs confiscated all the liquor, they're like, "Oh, this liquor is gonna stay." I'm like, "Says who?" And they're like, "We are saying that." I'm like, "No, you're not." And I'm like, "How is it that you're only confiscating the most expensive liquor?" Saying some bullshit about like, "Oh, it's this particular type of glass that does not
Yeah, they
pass
was saying, yeah,
through
they
the."
was basically trying to steal his shit.
Yeah, and
Fact.
and and then they're like, "Oh, if you want, you can come with us in this room, and we can settle it over there." I'm like, "No, no, no. Whatever you are gonna settle is gonna happen here, so all the public can see. So do what you gotta do, and that's what's gonna happen." And they're like, "Okay, fine." So then they started, going about it, and they're like, "So what are you gonna do about this alcohol?" I'm like, "The alcohol is getting on the plane with me." And they're like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, really." So they're like, "Okay, well, do what you got to do." So I grabbed all the alcohol. I found this Jamaican guy behind the counter and talked to him about like, "Hey, listen, man, I got status with the airline. They're giving me this hard time, and I'm not giving them this my expensive liquor." And the Jamaican guy was right on board with me, and he took care of everything.
Damn. They try to rob you with no gun, bro. That's what that
No,
is. They try to rob you
oh,
with no gun.
oh hell no! I was like, "There is no way you're getting this liquor. Absolutely not."
Well, that's another big thing. Like when you don't know the rules and you don't know what they can and what they can't do, where their limits in, most people would just be like, okay, well, I just want to get on my flight. No, no, yeah, TSA will rob you too. They will. Behind the scenes before we
The,
started,
the
we
thing
were
is,
talking
like,
about this.
yes, you gotta stand on like what you believe is the right thing to do. Like, I'm not saying be a fucking asshole, but like you need to believe in what the right thing is. And they were being excessive about it. And there were people around me when they were doing this whole search, and they're like, "Yeah, they're being a little unfair." And when people started kind of calling that out, one of the TSA agent actually came up to me and said, "I'm sorry, but I can't help you with this." And I kind of understood why he did that. He did that because he realized he went a little overboard, and now he started to feel guilty about the whole situation, that he didn't have to do all that, because the whole time I was cool and calm with him. I did not raise my voice. I didn't get out of line. I'm like, "Okay, you guys do your job, what you got to do, but there is no way that says anywhere that these bottles are going to stay here with you guys. These bottles were bought from duty free shop, and they're getting on the plane with me. So either you can get on board with that, or I'm gonna figure out another way for this alcohol to get on plane. So I was like, it's getting on the plane one way or the other. And they were like, okay, man, do what you got to do. And so that's why when I checked in all the liquor and I came back through the line, Machismo was looking at me, and Machismo was like, yeah, we're going to jail today. And I was like, oh hell no.
Oh man,
Machismo had that look, when a cop pulls you over, and it's like hands on the steering wheel, and people start like doing all types of stupid shit because they think something's about to go down. And Machismo was like, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. I was like, bro, calm down, nothing's gonna happen. Let me handle this.
Well, I do know that you don't always have very reputable people working at the airline. I've experienced, like when we were talking backstage, I've experienced some quality cigars and 2 packs of, I'm sorry, excuse me, two cartons of Newports disappearing out of my checking bag. Yeah, so I know how they get down. They cut the lock and all that. Dirty motherfuckers, dirty. But Keisha, when Keisha is left in charge of anything, well, it's always gonna be a problem. Real talk.
No,
And
see,
TSA seems to hire a whole lot of Keishas, a whole lot of Keishas.
no
So
contractor.
yeah.
Image is a very important thing, and you can ask Machismo even when we were going to Panama. When we were sitting in the lounge, like me and him, we were just sitting there doing our thing, and there were a lot of people around us who were just looking at. Even though this is Philadelphia, so major, city of brotherly love, and we are sitting in the lounge, and people around us are looking at like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, and that's one thing, like that had to take time even for me to like get used to, because when I just started doing that like as my normal routine, like I was not used to that. I was like, do I even belong here? And because for so long something like that is not something that you're used to doing it, that when people kind of look at you, it kind of like it kind of pokes at your insecurity. And um and while we were sitting there, like I was just like, man, we don't give a fuck. Like they can keep watching whatever they want to do. And lately, because we would be just sitting there not giving a fuck about anything, people would just start coming over and giving compliments.
what you talking about in the Admiral's Lounge? You talking about in the
Yeah.
Admiral's? Oh, the Admiral's Lounge is banging. It's just like a hotel inside the airport before you catch your fucking flight. That shit was crazy.
And
Nah, that's what I said.
if
Like I
you
don't, I don't have that. I don't fly. I don't. I haven't flown that much in years. Like, just you just got ridiculous miles and everything. So that flight status, yeah. So right when we came up to the joint, like yeah, it's like a hotel, like being in a hotel suite before you catch your flight and shit. Shit's crazy. Full breakfast
Yeah,
and everything, all the amenities and stuff you want. Wait, what is that? What was? It's like the Seinfeld episode where Seinfeld's in fucking first class and fucking Elaine's in coach.
bro.
And then
Bro,
Seinfeld's, yeah, yeah. It was like, but I mean, this is like the Admiral's Lounges and Captain's Clubs inside the fucking airport.
bro, it fucked me up. I went from being one of them people that was laid out on their suitcase and their duffel bag
Hmm.
to racking up the miles. Slim, whole nother world, whole nother experience. I'm flying back in comfort. I'm flying back in comfort. Nah, if I got if I have to go back to hell, then like let's at least make the trip comfortable. You know what I mean? Coming
Hmm.
back here, but yeah, um, I've been in that, and you'd be surprised. It's not the same experience. It's not the same experience. It's not. It's so not. It's so not. Mm-mm.
No,
Mm-mm. Not even
it's so
close.
important to like figure out whatever points game you're trying to run or play with the airlines, because like if you have, let's say, one world status or one star alliance, like whichever you have. Like especially when you now start going to international airports where you don't have Admiral's Lounge or United Lounge or something like that. You go use those lounges, and in fact, those lounges are far, far, far better than the lounges you will ever see in United States. The lounges overseas, like you cannot compare them to what you see in United States. So, but even then, like in United States, having those lounges give you a lot of advantage to enjoy your travel, because if you are in the lounge, like you can go shower, like there's food, there's comfort seating, and more importantly, the people in the staff that is working in there from the airlines, you can go talk to them, and if there's anything you need to fix with your flight itinerary, they can actually do that for you.
I remember my favorite is Emirates. I would always fly Emirates, bro. And their
And
lounge is hella comfortable. Hella comfortable. The seats are hella comfortable. Emirates is the
yeah,
shit. Man, shit. God damn it. I swear for God. Best shit ever. Once I like
yeah.
my first time out, I discovered them. I said, the fuck Delta, fuck American, fuck yeah, nah, Emirates all day, all day.
Now, now they have the best business flight, I think, available so far that most people can buy. Obviously, there are some other private airlines that have special business class packages, but overall, I think Emirates has the best.
Yeah, he just said it. I'm doing Emirates when I go to Thailand. Yeah, yeah, Emirates,
And and
bro.
and that's what I was telling Machismo. I was talking to my coworkers about this today. Like us, like for me to be in South Korea, like just like being in the Western Hemisphere, you can do Brazil, Latin America, South America, like you could be like around there. Like being that side of the world, you have access to going Japan, Philippines, Thailand, like those, that is your playground when you're on the Eastern Hemisphere.
Yeah, like it messed me up. Initially when I first found Emirates, they had their own they had their own smoking lounge in the airport. I'd never
Mm-hmm.
seen any shit like that. Initially, when I first started, I was like, yo, what the fuck? So I can go in
Yeah.
here, hit the duty
In,
free, get a pack, smoke up until it's time to hop on that flight. They were like, yeah. I
in
said,
fact,
damn.
if you have a business flight on Emirates, you actually sit in a very different lounge, and then somebody comes and gets you and takes you through a special other pathway to the airplane. It is amazing.
It is. It is. What's the other one? Is it Qatar? I can't think of the name of it.
Qatar
Not
Airways,
Qatar. Yeah, Qatar Airways. I like them
yeah.
too. Very
No,
comfortable.
Qatar
Very comfortable.
Qatar Airways is very good as well.
Yeah, but two of the
Now
best
you
airlines, bro.
now what you guys need to do is check out the Korean Airways and Thai Airways, and man, the flight attendants and on those two airlines, oh man, you know, you may forget about Avianca for a minute.
Mm, mm. Quiet Storm,
Oh,
you got something you want to add real quick? We know you are a man about town, put like that.
Yeah, so pretty much I agree with you all. So I've run on Emirates a few times. So Anubis, I know that you made that joke real quick, but if you're gonna do that, do it do it the right way. Obviously, every time that I go international, as soon as I make that long flight, fuck all of that. I'm in first class. I'm gonna just go ahead and pay the fee, the bump up, so I can ride in comfort, so I can lay my ass out. Um, 13 hours is no joke. If you're gonna do it right, do it right. Emirates Airlines is legit, um, and they treat you right. You get full course meals there. None of that bullshit that Delta feeds you. Um, you get a real steak up on that plane, not that dog food that Swiss Airlines feeds you, or Lufthansa, or freaking Air Italia, or freaking that Hawaiian Airlines, Alaska Airlines. Fuck all that. American, kiss my black ass. Korean, yes sir. Thai Airlines, yes sir. Singaporean Airlines, yes sir. um, those are some of the ones that I use, especially if I go international. Pay the fee, save up your money a little bit longer. If you don't got the ends at that current moment, save up the money a little bit more. If you're gonna ride the plane, ride it in style. And I guarantee you, the moment you touch first class, as soon as your ass hit the seat in first class, and you experience the whole experience with it, you don't never want to fly anything less than first class again. That was one thing that I heard Theo say a while back. Theo was spot on with that. As soon as you touch your black ass up in that first class, and that stewardess is coming up to you and saying you can pick any drink that you want, and you don't got to pay for anything, and everything around you is just so much room there that you have kind of like a mini suite around you. There are certain planes that got cocoons to where you have to stand up to look to see who is your neighbor.
Emirates.
Sure.
All day. Emirates all day. All day.
I call it like the little cocoon, to where you just tuck in, turn off that night light, rack out. You wake up and you're a day behind because your ass done pretty much like went past that international date line. Going to South Korea, going to Japan, going to Singapore, the Philippines, wherever it is. If you're gonna do it, fellas, do it the right way. Enjoy the moment. Don't skimp on it. And take the pictures and flex on it, because we know the Keisha be watching. Let's get something real good for Keisha to see, just to be mad at.
And the other thing is, if you are on those airlines, especially if you are flying first class, business class, the flight attendants are super friendly. And in fact, if you are traveling with one of these airlines, flight attendants, like if you have a good conversation with them, if they're staying in the same city that you are staying in, like I had more than 3 times they took me out and showed me around.
Okay, I can't tell a story.
I don't know if you guys listened to International Passport's live stream last weekend with his brother in Brazil. But if you have not, I behoove you to listen to that story. Like I have never seen IP so quiet on an interview in my life, because the story that this brother told IP when he was in Brazil is one that I think should have been a damn Netflix special. Or probably on Amazon Prime. Somebody had to pay for that. So if you have not seen that, it came out last weekend. I think it was Saturday or something like that. It was an afternoon live stream. It lasted about an hour, but if you ain't got nothing going on, listen to that brother's story when he was in Brazil. And the reason why I say that is because what Naaman just said, he had a stewardess on his flight, and he and his stewardess got real acquainted. I'll keep it as that. His stewardess, not a sister on the plane, the chick that was serving them drinks on the plane.
I've seen that. I've lived that, but I've seen that. I've seen that more times than I can count. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Quiet Storm ain't lying. You'd be surprised when you start traveling internationally. You'd be surprised who makes themselves available. even though they may be a Western woman. They have a brand new outlook on things. I'm just saying. Yeah. She flew over here to assist everyone in this group, but she's human too. She has needs. And if you're suitable, you can fit those needs. Straight up.
And she's very, I would say, appreciative of the day.
Mm-hmm.
If I can call it that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you in more ways than one. Trying to queen for Machismo's channel.
Machismo's super quiet.
Yeah, I'm just listening. I'm letting everybody get airtime. Man, I talk for a living over on my channel. I've been doing this 7 months. You guys got it.
No, but you know, it kind of reminds me of when we got to the hotel in Panama and that Canadian dude who was in front of us.
Oh yeah. Yo, the Canadian dude did us a solid though. Like, bro, like, cause me and him had just got there. Like, and we was in the lobby. Boy came in. Yeah, I guess he had just landed. And I just started talking to him like in the lobby. He was just like, "Oh, he's got a crib down there," but he came in from Canada. Like, yo, that's what I'm talking about. We be running like these dudes really doing this. They got routines. He was like, boom. He was like, "Oh, this is what I'm doing. I'm only here for like 24 hours, and then I'm gonna head to my place out here." But he gave me his info, and he was like, "Oh, what are you guys trying to get into? All right, you need to go here, here, there, boom, boom, boom." And then we ran into him in the lobby again, like the next day, because we had just got there, and like, you know, we don't know where nothing was at. And he was like, "You guys had a crazy time last night, right?" And we were like, "Nah." He was like, "How was that even possible?" And then he was like highly disappointed. So he pulled out his phone. He showed me all this stuff, because he was already packed. He was on his way out. He was waiting for his cab, and he gave he went to name, and he was like, "It's his birthday. You better make sure he has a good time tonight." And he gave us like all this info and everything, and then like he was giving us shit out of his bag. Like, that's the other dope thing about travel. Like, especially when you run into cool dudes. They'll just give you everything. Like, what are you trying to do? Oh, here, you need to do this. You need to do this. You know what I'm saying? They'll start making phone calls for you. It's crazy.
Yeah, he literally flew in just to be there for 24 hours. To do he was just there to do multiple oil changes and be out.
You got to think about what you just said, though. Like, really.
Yeah.
Like, real shit. He was there for 24 hours to do multiple oil changes, and then he was out. See, that's a whole nother level of living, bro, that most people, that they don't get that part. And when you say it, I know you can say it with confidence because that's what you witnessed, right? But most people, they don't get that. Like, no.
Contractor, I kid you not. So we became friends with that guy. I still have his contact with me, and he texts me here and there on WhatsApp. So he owned the cafe next to the hotel, and he became really friendly with us. And he's like, "Hey, listen, when you come next time, I'm gonna come pick you up in my BMW." And while we were having this conversation, here comes a dude on a little scooter, and me and Machismo looking at like, who the fuck is this? This dude parked his yacht like out at the marina, and is like out of the scooter.
No, it wasn't a scooter. It was a one wheel. Yeah, it's this old white guy. Like, it's the big one wheel. It's like a skateboard, but he came out of the hotel in a one wheel, like a old. Well, he wasn't fat, but like a flabby, like white guy, old guy, right? And we were like, "What the fuck?" Right? And like we were right there in the lobby. So like, like everything comes to the light because we would smoke cigars in a cafe right in front of the hotel, right? So we'd see everybody. And so dude came out, and I was like, "Yo, it was instant, like reflexes." I was like, "Yo, you got a one wheel?" And he turned around, we both started laughing. He was like, yeah, that's how I get around every time I'm down in Colombia. Like, he was like really out. He had a book bag on. But then, like, I was talking to him real quick. He was like, yeah, like, just like Naaman said, he parked his yacht at the marina, took the one wheel in, and he was staying at our hotel. And he was like, yeah, he was just going to run around for like a couple days and then take the yacht down to Cuba.
Oh God. Okay.
And he was saying to us, like, did you guys go to Balboa Island and blah? He brought the yacht in from San Diego. He said, and he was just like, yeah, this is what we do. He was like, yeah, me and my friends, we poured it here in Panama. We're gonna stay for a couple days, and then we think we're gonna take it down to Cuba, and then make our way back around, head back to what you call it. But bro, if you had seen this dude, he was just like, yo, the average like dad bod white guy, like, bro, you would have never known. But he was rolling around on like a one wheel, it's like a motorized like skateboard, like looking like Doofy McDoofy. Like, you would never fucking know, bro. Like that, dudes driving yachts and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, they be down there, what do you call it? Like incognito, like a motherfucker, bro.
No, I believe it because I've seen something similar, but that's a whole other story for a whole other day. Yeah, it be them European folks that have opportunities to do shit like that, and you never guess it. You never fucking not. But look at them, hell nah. You got your torn up jeans and your little dirty ass motherfucking Nikes on it, but the whole time. Well, I own 70% of Nike. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Didn't know
Yeah,
that.
like when we saw this dude, like I'm telling you, like we were having such a good time over there. Like this dude left, and we saw a black dude coming out of that hotel,
Yeah.
and he had a whole caddy with him, and we're
Yeah.
like, what the? We're
Fuck.
like, what the?
Yeah,
I'm like,
but
what's
like
going
weird
on
shit
over
was
here?
coming out of the hotel. He had like a whole set of golf clubs, like the whole bag of old black dude. And I was like, it's the same thing. We was outside smoking a cigar, and I was like, don't tell me you brought your own clubs on the plane. He was like, and the old guy goes, yeah, I always bring my own clubs on the plane. Like, he gave me one of them drawers, like, don't you? Like, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? And he was standing outside the hotel, and I'm like, I was like, you brought your own clubs? He was like, yeah, I always bring my own clubs on the plane. And he was like, yeah, I'm about to go do 9 holes right now. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, it's a golf course, right? He was like, yeah, I come here, do 9 holes, and I got to go do something else. No bullshit. The fucking Uber, it wasn't even an Uber. The cab pulled up. Old black dude hopped in the cab with his own golf clubs. He was like, yeah, I only play with my own clubs. And he was off. Like, bro, I was like, yo, that's some baller ass shit.
Yeah, he was just there to fucking play golf.
Yeah.
Well, see,
He's, uh,
it's people out here living on a whole nother level, and until you see it, it's hard for you to really believe it. You know what I mean? But
and you know
you
what's the
got to see
best
it.
contractor? You know what's the best thing? I was like, all right, so after you play golf, what are you gonna do? He's like, I have friends here in Panama. We're gonna go fishing. And I was like, this man had his whole thing planned out. And then me, the black dude, and the coffee owner, the coffee shop owner, we just started chopping up about like places that are around Panama that people don't know about, and there are these like small islands you people go to, and there are like these special things you could do around there, bro. Like that's the whole beauty about doing shit like this, and all this is happening while we are in El Cangrejo in the middle of fucking this old town Panama, which kind of looks like the epicenter of like quick oil changes. It was amazing.
Passport OG said you can't play golf with no broad clubs. Like at the end of the day,
Facts.
it's
Facts.
hard. It's hard to imagine these things until you see them. That's
You
why it's
know,
important that you all see them and then you bring it back.
But it's crazy because it was how quickly and like how the old head like answered. Like he said it to me like like yeah, yeah, these are my clubs. Like, yeah, I got on the plane with him. Like, and he said it like what? Like, don't you bring your own clubs on the plane? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was, it wasn't like the smart ass shit, but it was like real quick, matter of fact. Like, of course I brought my own clubs.
Don't you wear a jacket
How else am I
in the
going to
winter
play
when
golf?
it's raining?
Like, how else am I going to play golf?
Don't you use an umbrella when it's raining, my nigga? I do.
Bro,
No,
I
he
It
he
is what
had
it
that
is.
figured out.
yeah, I ain't even know you could bring your own clubs and all that shit with a plate and shit. Because yeah, it caught us so off guard because we was out and like literally like the door opened up from the hotel and he was just like with a full bag of clubs like on his shoulder, like like it wasn't nothing, just chilling. And I was like, yo, you got your own club? And like literally, he just finished saying what he was saying. Boom, and his cab pulled up. This motherfucker just jumped in the cab and was out. Like I'm about to be late for tea time.
Yet again, that's why it's important for you and Naaman and my big brother, Quiet Storm, to be up here talking about these experiences. Because at the end of the day, like, no one knows these things happen. I've seen them, not all of them, some of them, be honest. You've seen some of them. Naaman's seen some of them. Storm's seen some of them. But when you tell these stories, motherfuckers be looking like, "Are you serious? Like for real? Like, nah, not really. No, no, my G, this really happened. this was a real event. It really happened, and this was my reaction to that event. Blew my fucking mind. You know what I'm saying?
And you
It's beautiful to think that like y'all brothers can bring this to the space and the sphere. This like the extra. This is like the frosting right before the cake. God damn it! You got an old head, older gentleman, elder statesman, a brown man of maybe African descent, whatever. And he's walking out the hotel with his clubs, and he's like, "Yeah, I put my shit over
Definitely
here."
He was
Yeah.
definitely an FBA boy. He was definitely an
Okay,
FBA boy. Old head boy. Like in his like late 50s. He wasn't like super old or nothing, but he was an old head. But
no, but shit, he damn sure made it. He damn sure made sure he had his motherfucking clubs. He's like, "Shit, I ain't playing no games without this."
yeah, but
I
it was
got
just
nothing.
crazy to me because one, I wasn't expecting to see it. And then like how he was so matter of fact about it. And then it was kind of like, yeah, I always travel like this. Like wherever I'm at in the world, I gotta make sure I can play golf and shit. And he was like, I travel with my clubs everywhere. Like and like, you know what I'm saying? Like he knew his way and like I guess Panama is like one of his regular spots. Like he was about it. He was just like on some shit. Like I'm about to be late for tea time. Like he was. That shit was bad funny, cuz.
No, Panama is a really good spot. I mean, besides the fact that, being in Latin America, you got to be paying in dollars. Other than that, man, Panama's awesome. I think for any person like who wants to go to Latin America, but they have never been to Latin America before, and you just want something like a soft landing, Panama's a spot.
The way the passport OG said, if I don't have my 7-9, my whole game is jacked up. That's funny.
I still feel bad for you, Machismo, for you to lose your driver. I still don't believe.
Oh yeah, bro. I had just bought that joint too, but that's the joint Gabe told me to buy. We was at the driving range, and I was I was putting in work that day, and bro, like I smacked the hell out of one, and my entire it was fiberglass. My driver fucking broke and flew back like a missile, like hit something. Like everybody in the other lane was like, but like how does that happen? And it was a brand new I'd only used it like 4 or 5 times. It was brand new. It's the joint Gabe told me to get. But I was whacking the shit out of them balls that day.
Well, I don't want to start those
And then
statements
Gabe talk
because
about, well, that's what happens when you get something. I'm like, yo, it's the driver you told me to get. Like, are you serious?
and for Passport OG for what he's saying in there, I can't wait to travel for golf. Forget them chicks, sir. If you're there with your golf clubs, you don't need to worry about any of that. They will come for you.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Like even the older black gentleman, like later on in the evening, when he was back at the hotel, yo, he was with like two or three of them. They were with him, and we were like, I was like, yeah, look at that. This dude is living his life.
With Quiet Storm said they'll hold all your thoughts, literally.
No, it's fact.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Predators are definitely at the golf course, bro. Definitely,
Yeah. No,
definitely.
absolutely. And even when me and you, we went with Chris when he was visiting Philly, and we were at Ashton. Like I could not believe what I saw at Ashton, and that kind of like started to show me that like how things are going. Like a lot of women are flocking towards the areas where men of means are.
Oh, well, well, it was a couple times things happened. I started noticing that.
No,
But
but when
no,
me,
well,
you, and Chris
yeah,
were
well,
there, the person literally walked up to us and was like, "You can choose."
yeah, you can have, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. She came up and was like, "Yo, which one of my girls do you want? You can." But yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I
I
could
know
not, and
exactly.
I could,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, I
Yeah,
couldn't believe that.
I was shocked too. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't believe. I'm like, wait, am I in Ashton? Like,
She
or
came right up to the table, with just like you could have any one of those over there. We were just like,
Yeah.
wasn't really expecting that. And like, and she was bad, and her girls were bad. And, well, and here's the thing: it didn't really even look like those were her girls. It looked like I don't know what it looked like because she wasn't even with them, and she was at a table with some other dudes, and she came up to us and was just like, "Yeah, do you want something over there?" We were like, is this a setup? Yeah,
it's
I remember what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah.
But
I was like, wait, this shit is happening over here. Like normally something like this would pop up overseas.
well, but remember what I was saying? Like, remember I was saying I said this on a Sunday show too. I think it was when Wrench was on. I was saying because I started noticing toward mid 2024 that the cigar line. Remember we were saying like, yo, we went to the cigar line and they were fucking packed wall to wall
Hmm.
with men. Like the
Yeah.
men weren't in the clubs and the restaurants anymore. It was just all dude like the cigar lounges they be packed, but like they were starting to be packed like the club. Like you know what I'm saying? All the tables full, the bar full, all the VIP, all the reserved seating, like standing room only in a cigar lounge. You're like, and it's big, and Ashton's is pretty high end, and even Cigar Code was packed, and it was just you know what I'm saying, dudes in there talking money, talking trips, you know what I'm saying, some of the athletes coming in and out, and then you started seeing like chicks just start popping up at the cigar lounges and shit, like choking on cigars and shit, like acting like they knew what you know what I'm saying, like you could tell when they be smoking a cigar, you know what I'm saying, like they not really smoking them and shit, and I started peeping like, oh, they in here hunting for men. Because like if you're a dude at a cigar lounge, like not saying that you necessarily got money, but like you know what I'm saying, like riffraff don't generally hang out at cigar lounges.
No, most of the young girls who come or show up at the cigar lounges, like they don't know anything about the cigar
Yeah,
culture
they'll
or
either, but
cigars.
that's what I'm saying. One, if you see a chick there, she either came with a dude, or what I started noticing at Ashton's, like when you see a super hot chick coming, sitting at the bar, she's a working girl, high end escort. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't peep that shit until like a couple months. And I started being like, oh, this bitch in here working the bar. Like, you don't peep it because like they be looking, they be dressed like nice, and but I'd be like, why is she in here by herself? That's that night I was in there. Me and Ian was in there, and I was like, yo, I think she's an escort. And then there was some bad joints. And then I started noticing like there's three or four of them coming in and out, and then was like leaving. Maybe we're like they had rooms at the Bellevue right up the street. So they was hitting the cigar lounges You know what I'm saying? Like you be peeping that shit. They be doing that shit right in broad daylight, like right in your face. But like they stalking the places where the brothers got money be hanging out. Like real predators out here.
The most fun I had at a cigar lounge for some, let's say, similar experience like that was in Thailand and Colombia, because due to the culture of service that is there, like someone comes to you, wants to take your order for your cigar, and they literally cut the cigar for you, and she lights it for you. And bro, the way she would do that for you, you'll be like, yo, this is straight out of like some 1940, 1950s movies.
No, you said Colombia. Where was you at in Colombia? And it was a cigar lounge.
Cartagena.
Oh,
In fact,
Cartagena. Okay, I'm in
in
college.
in fact, I no, I'm sure there's something over there as well that you can find.
Nah, but bro, the cigar shit in Cali is dead, bro.
Okay, well, in Cartagena, when I was talking to some of the shop owners about cigars, they were telling me that in Colombia, they grow like their own tobacco, and there are companies like in Colombia that like make cigars. It's just that like their cigars don't get out with the export name and quality that the market overseas kind of
Well,
pays for.
maybe I need to be in Medellin or Bogota. But then I talked to Anubis too. Anubis was like he brings his cigars when he come down. He said that's why I found out. He the one that told me that they let you bring like 50 through customs.
Like, I kid you not, when I was in Cartagena, I was a little confused because of how friendly this woman was being around me. And I had to confirm with my security guy. I was like, wait, I'm not paying her. Like, is she like working or she's working? And he's like, no, 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 she works here. I was like, okay, all right, I'm cool with that. So, because in Cartagena, like one of the issues sometimes you run into if you're in the tourist area, like, you, unless you really know, like you don't really know, like what is she selling? Like that was just like once when I moved to Philly, and somebody just walked up to me and was like, "Do you want to buy a 50-inch color television?" And I'm like, "It's like 11 o'clock at night. What color television are you selling?" And after some conversation, she got to the point, and I was just like, like, why go through this whole color television sales pitch? Just get to the point. So yeah, like, look, Anubis is saying yes. There's a lot of cigar bars there. So obviously, these cigar lounges are like in the tourist area. So I mean, they're a little bit, on the uh, on the high end side, but it's still not bad. I mean, for you to experience like Colombian style cigars, like I really liked it. Like in my opinion, Colombian cigars are great coffee espresso cigars. That's my take on it. Are you guys there? It's super quiet.
Yo, you hear me?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I can hear you. I
yeah.
was like, damn, like I was like, what is this? A moment of silence?
The moment of silence for the 50 inch TV. That 50 inch,
Yeah, but
that 50 inch TV store. But nah,
you know, I hope one day, like all of us, like are able to just like meet up. Let's say either we are in Colombia or Brazil, Panama, like Thailand, like any one of these like spots where like all of us could just meet one day.
no bullshit. Yeah, no, you're right. I hope the same thing, bro.
Well, it ain't no hope. It's gonna happen.
Fact.
The only variable is we got to figure out a way to get Saul up on the plane.
Yeah, that's a whole fact though.
True, 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 true.
But anyways, so since we are all on this call, might as well start the process on poking machismo on what he thinks is the place where he wants to go next.
Um, it's either gonna have to be Dominican Republic or Brazil. I was looking at Costa Rica. Costa Rica is actually a little expensive, and then
Yes.
everything I was looking at in San Jose in Costa Rica, like the Airbnbs and stuff. It's an island, so it's all like islandy looking, like Airbnbs and houses and stuff like that. So it might either be Brazil or Dominican Republic.
So
Boy, didn't you say you said Lima, Peru? I'll look at Lima, Peru. I mean, I'll stay there
yeah.
for 3 months.
So here's a quick Cliff Notes summary that I would give on it. So Costa Rica is definitely vanilla driven. So unless you are flowing like vanilla, Costa Rica may or may not be your thing to do. Lima, Peru, in my opinion, is good in terms of if you're trying to stay somewhere where like internet's okay and you are saving money. Like if the goal is to save money, Lima, Peru is good for that.
Goals
Um,
definitely to save money.
right now, if you go to Brazil right now, the problem is they are in the middle of starting their carnivals. So Brazil is going to be expensive, and
Yeah, the flight,
don't
right?
don't even think about Rio right now. So um, so if you let's say you do decide to go to Brazil, I mean you would have to stick around Recife, or you may have to go to Salvador Bahia, which still is going to be on the high end side because that side of the country does celebrate and do more carnival style things. Now, if let's say DR is not bad. It's just that where in DR you choose to be. In my opinion, if you decide to be more close to Puerto Plata, Sosua, like that side. Obviously, depending on where you are, like it would be cost effective. Santo Domingo is going to be expensive. Santiago is going to be right in the middle, unless you want to be in La Vega. But if you're in La Vega, La Vega is going to be like a second version Cali, Colombia. But um, I'm not exactly sure you would enjoy staying in La Vega. I think you would prefer or enjoy being close to Sosua, I would say, Puerto Plata, because there's a huge expat community there. And then also just you being there, things are also a little bit cheaper. And, you enjoyed the side of Cali. And I think doing that will help you enjoy a little bit of the ocean breeze as well.
Okay.
That's my take on it.
No, I mean, I see you've already thought this out. Good, like you were right about Cali. Wait, Anubis says Lima is nice, and it might actually be the cheapest.
Yes, cost-wise, Lima would be the best because not too many people are flocking to Lima, and um, DR is still going to be a little bit more on the expensive side because think about it, even Dominicans go to Colombia for vacation,
Facts.
so DR is on the expensive side. So yeah, you may want to do a little bit research on Lima and just see overall like what do you think of the place.
Well, it said Anubis says Salvador is best.
Salvador is good too.
Well,
It's a little it's
El
no
Salvador,
no 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 no. I think he's talking about
Salvador,
Salvador.
Peru.
I
He
think he's
says,
talking about I think he's talking about Chile. Chile,
oh, Chile.
Salvador. I think so. It could be. But El Salvador is okay, but the problem is El Salvador, just like Panama, runs on the dollar.
Mm, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Anuba cigars in DR are good. Yes.
cigars in DR are very good. Yeah, there were cigars everywhere when I was in DR.
I would say machismo. Start doing your research on Lima and DR and look at like which financially is making more sense.
Yeah, because I've been looking at Costa Rica all week. Because who somebody, well, because Malik's got a boy there, but um, Costa Rica's actually a little expensive, and
Costa Rica is expensive,
yeah,
not
and
a
I didn't
little
like,
expensive.
yeah, and I didn't like what I saw in terms of like accommodations and stuff. And like I said, my main concern always is anyway quality of the internet. You know what I'm saying? As long as the internet is good, I can make anything work.
Yeah, so I would say Lima and DR looks good. Now, I have another option, but that is too far.
Where?
Anatoly.
Where the hell is that?
Anatoly is in Turkey.
Yeah, that's far. He said, or we could send you to Turkey.
But cost wise and everything, machismo. You will fall in love with it.
Turkey? I mean, I'm not
Bro,
opposed to Turkey, but
no, because look at that. You're not in Istanbul. You are in Anatoly. Anatoly is the part of Turkey where Europeans like come to party. That's the kind of place Anatoly is.
But it's
mm,
Anatoly is like Anatoly is like, hey, I do not want to spend the money for like Greece, but I want the vibes of the Greece. You go to Anatoly for that, bro.
name contractor. Contractor.
no, no. Here's a point. Here's a
No,
point.
wait, with contract. You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
been
yeah,
there.
yeah.
No, 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 no. Me and contractor had a conversation about naming because, like, before naming came on the calls and everything, and I was explaining all how me and Naaman like met and everything, and basically I was telling him the story about our friend Gabe, who's Nigerian, and Naaman and like, Gabe are actually friends from like way back up, like you know what I'm saying, and like so they're kind of like big brother and little brother, like they're really like brothers. They argue and shit. And like it was me and Gabe was saying something about, and I was like, no, that's why Naaman's freaking valuable because of like how he thinks. He's just predisposed that way, and that's what I'm saying is like I've been thinking about, okay, what's my next move? But like, Naaman's my friend. He's been thinking about that shit too. And he's like, well, here we are to call it. He's like, and by the way, just in case there's Anatoly Turkey, nowhere on the radar for me. You see what I'm saying? That's what I was saying to contractor. I was like, yeah, you see what I mean?
Well, that's why you need naming, Slim, because he thinks outside the box for you. That way, by the time it's all said and done, you ain't got to consider the shit. Just pack the bag and go. Pack that bag and go. But that
No,
that
because
wouldn't, that wouldn't be a bad idea, dog. You get to see a little bit of Europe. Ain't shit there, but some. No, that's not. I'm not gonna say that. Ain't nothing there, but some experiences that you can experience and then document. You know what I mean? But
no, because
yeah. That,
Anatoly is a place like freaking Indians go for vacation. If they can afford a vacation there, trust me, my guy, you can do it too.
That's funny.
there it is.
Wait, Anubis said I hated Costa Rica and the food was trash. I'll take your word on it. Salvador Bahia, where's that at? Is that's wait, that's
No, no,
Brazil, right?
that's
Brazil,
Brazil.
right?
That's Brazil. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Look, I am looking at what is the average salary in Anatoly, Turkey. And dun, 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 dun. Take a guess. What do you think?
Well, a month? I don't know, $1,000, $500.
Yep, 500, bro.
Wow. Okay.
And look at that. Okay. Um, take a guess. An inexpensive meal in Anatoly costs around what?
$3.
Let's see. I'm about to run a conversion exchange.
Less than that.
Wait, Quiet Storm, what did you say?
He
Less
said
than
less
that.
than that.
What's the what?
Less than that.
Okay, so an average meal runs 250 Turkish lira, which is about $7, $6.88.
Okay.
And I don't know if any of you can share your screen. If you can, just put in Google Anatoly Turkey and let me know what you guys think.
All right. I'm gonna have to look at that. All right.
So
Maybe
research is
Anatoly
over.
Turkey it is then.
Yeah, I've been
No,
there.
no, no. I'm saying like it's something you can put in your your basically your menu because it's not a bad option. You obviously have to plan it because this is further.
Yeah,
Like if you
Turkey's definitely far.
Yeah, like if you're flying to Anatoly, it's most likely going to be you fly to Istanbul, and from Istanbul you grab the second flight and you go to Anatoly. But what I'm saying is the cost of living there is pretty cheap. I
All
would
right.
I would love Machismo if you can share your screen, that would be great.
No, it's contractor stream.
Oh, okay, contractor, can you do it? I'm hearing clicks. Somebody's doing something.
All right. Well then, no, I'm gonna do my research on it this week because
Okay.
it's shrink down time. But no, that's definitely the move. All right, Anatoly Turkey. We're gonna take a look at it.
Yeah.
And Anubis says Costa Rica's trash, so Costa Rica's off the.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in South America, the good thing is the travel time and the distance is less. So you are obviously it's easy to travel.
Yep, my bad, my bad. I had to do something real quick. Hit the head real quick. Um, Anatoly, Anatoly Turkey. Well, if that's the case, then machismo.
Hmm.
I guess this whole thing of you traveling has expanded, bro.
Well, I mean, it was gonna be extended anyway. Like, I don't have anywhere to live. Like, all my shit's in storage. Like, I literally packed up and left.
So ain't nothing holding you back, brother.
Hmm.
Ain't nothing holding you back. Eh, I'll keep building out what I'm building out on my end, and
No, I literally
because
got up and left. And like I said, the the unexpected thing was the Korea thing. Was the Korea opportunity because like Naaman called me as soon as they offered it to him, and I was like, no, fucking take that shit.
I mean, shit. It's it seems like you you want to go back to some of them old ways. Been expat, just roaming around this motherfucker, traveling Earth,
Like right
Um,
seeing
now,
what you can see.
well, this like I said, this is year one of what you call it, just getting in like of getting into my what you call it, like my 12-month rotation. I mean, and honestly, and truth be told, anybody that's been listening to the Sunday show since season one, I pretty much talked this into existence. Like if you've been listening since season one,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
but
We
with it,
just speed up. We just sped up the timetable, and I had a lot of assistance initially from Quiet Storm and Naaman and
yeah, well,
Saul on the. I mean, like they came up, and then once I queued Saul in on the back end, you know what I'm saying?
bro. I like what Quastone said. Hell, why not? You
Oh yeah,
got the
definitely.
freedom,
Oh, why
you
not?
got the opportunity, so why not go ahead and just check out Anatoly for us and let us know, if it's some further ground over there, the way we can get the building in. creating. Because if it seems as though for whatever reason, um, the universe has chosen you, my G, to go out there and be that scout. Be some
Yeah,
recon real quick. So
I mean
yeah,
that's definitely the way it's
why
looking.
not?
Um, but as far, all right, well, that's what's on the menu. I guess you see. I mean, look, you seeing it in real time, contractor, how that shit actually works and went down, right? Andre in the building. It might be anecdotal, but my cousin dealt with a Turkish chick. Okay, maybe in the country would be okay. I don't know. We said the Turkish bitches. They said they just remind you of the Kardashians. Turkish women are beautiful in general. Well, you know what?
Yeah,
Turkish women are like the Russian women. Either Russian women are really hot or they're really unattractive.
yeah. There's no in between.
Yeah,
There's
there's
no
no
in
in
between.
between. They either look
Yeah,
like Olga or they look like Ariana. Do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Do you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
You talking about Shrek versus
There's no in between. A lot of that's a lot of that's with Asian girls too. They're either super hot or like not. Do you know what I'm saying?
no, 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 no. You're right. Bad like that butterface just gets passed on down through DNA.
Hmm. Yeah, they're
It
either
ain't
like
good for
really
whatever.
good looking or like they're not.
Hmm. Hmm. No, no bullshit. No bullshit. Now you could have a Turkish chick or a Russian chick that's dressed up with all the garbs or whatever, and she still looks like Shrek in the face. That's very possible.
You said it's very
That's very
possible.
possible.
But no, you seeing it in real time, contractor, pretty much how a lot of this shit goes down or would be going down. It just be like, oh, here was the conversation. You know what? I looked up that this. Maybe you should do that. Like this is really like how that shit happened. That's how the Columbia and moving shit happened. Like, and like I said, like that's like the day my shit hit store, we moved everything in storage, like officially and finally. Like I was like literally on the plane in like 48 hours. I
Yeah.
had like 8 hours to pack. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it be like that sometimes because like honestly, the universe, Yah, Jah, whatever you choose to call it, it said you got to go, and then you had all the right brothers in place to help you make that happen.
I mean, I
Um,
mind you, I was used to living like that for years, you know what I'm saying? All of my 20s and like 30s and everything. But like I said, you got corporate or a organization behind you, like it's different. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then, like, I've been sedentary in the States. I've been working stiff for like the last 13 years in banking and shit. So it was just like the abrupt thing. But honestly, once my shit all hit in storage and once I managed to get on the plane and they finally decided to let me in the country and everything, like literally, like I'm I'm here in Colombia. Like honestly, I was talking to Naaman about this. Like when I get back to the States, of like the two most important things I'm doing is actually trying to get a smaller storage because I got a big one because I didn't know how much. You know what I'm saying? How much better get a smaller storage, move my shit into a smaller storage, cut my storage bill in half, and turn off all of my electronics. Like I kept my the internet on my tablet still on, and like the mobile router cut off everything except for the most basic plan on my American phone number. I'm like, that's it. Like, and then like all ties to the States for like long term are like completely cut. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my phone bill will be like $35. And then I try and cut my storage price down to like $50 a month. Like, so my in-state, the in United States monthly recurring bills would be somewhere like $70 to $90. Do you know what I'm
that
saying?
makes sense. No, that makes perfect sense. Sometimes you have to downsize, bro,
No, I mean,
and the
No, I
journey you
mean, like,
on.
no, I'm trying to like leave as small a footprint as possible. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts, definite facts. The honestly, the way I'm gonna be real, bro. I told you the direction I see this channel going a long time ago. and you were like, yeah, maybe. Nah, I'm not quite sure. I know you're more risk averse because that's due to the training or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, you being that travel blogger that's like pointing out here, there, here, there, here, there. Naaman gave you a jewel right there when he said Anatoly. Never even fucking heard of it, bro. Why not? Why not?
No, but you,
Anatoly Turkey. Why not?
no, but like no,
Check it out, too.
but you see in a real time behind the scenes how this shit really be happening. Like it be seeming all planned out and well executed, but like it don't be. It be random conversations like this, and be like, oh really? Okay. All right, well, all right, fuck it. Maybe I can fly there. What do you like? Did anybody see what the Airbnbs cost? Like real shit. That's really how this shit be happening.
No bullshit. No.
And like I
ain't gonna
said,
say-
like as far as the travel shit, like I looped Saul in, like not at like at the end, but like I was still working it out. So it's like, you know, I want to have shit thought out before I talk to Saul about shit. So like it went from, that's what I'm saying. It went from one day we was all this to like, all right, so I'm leaving the country, packing up everything. And he was like, well, where the fuck did that come from? Like, you know what I'm saying? What?
Yeah, but Naaman gave you enough time not to think about it and just go do it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
That's your brother right there, and your brother
and then
looked
it went
back to the
from like,
cookout.
well, did you start packing your shit? Because it took a minute to like get it, like, you know, get everything, you know, packed up and just like the whole thing. But then it went from like that to like, all right, boom, everything's packed and we move into like all right, so we're gonna leave in like a couple weeks, a couple months to like, all right, I'm leaving in 72 hours. Like, damn, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when you see it all executed on the channel, look like, oh, they got it like, no, but this how this conversation is. That's really how that shit really be happening. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I be talking to David, talk to Gabe, and like, you know what I'm saying? Neighbors talking to Quiet Storm. Like, hey, why don't you do this? Like, really? Yeah, we think you could do it. Like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. It's literally how that shit be happening. Like,
I mean,
and just like that, Anatoly Turkey's in the game. Turkey has entered the chat.
would you prefer like the Balkans, maybe? You know what I'm saying?
No,
I can take a
definitely
little bit of that.
We see, at this point, bro, as long as the internet is good and it's cheap to live for 3 months, we'll work that shit out. I'm be like, real shit.
No, but seriously, like if you look at Airbnb prices, I was just looking at it, like while you guys were talking. So, like Airbnb, like in Anatolia, like is super cheap. The only downside of Anatolia is the flight. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty good. And then obviously Lima is also really, really good. So in terms of saving money, like I think those two spots are good.
All right, we're gonna do the due diligence on it the next 72 hours.
hmm Quiet Storm is saying he's looking at it right now.
And there it is. See, I think not everyone really knows, or maybe they think maybe some people think we bullshit. No, it's really a network. It's really a network, bro. This is why I was like, it's important for y'all to tap in and plug in. It's really a network. The
And
same
you know,
way
and
Go
you
ahead.
know, machismo. I just want to say this because you are on the southeastern part of the world. Like, let's say you're in South Korea, and now it's time for you to leave. Well, guess what? Now you are nearby Philippines and Vietnam. So if you want to, let's say, make those two the next two stops,
And
you
yeah,
can.
Vietnam's cheap. Oh, and you
It's
know
cheap.
what? Oh, and Long's got family in Vietnam. Like, and Hanoi's nice. Hanoi's like little Manhattan now.
Well,
So
that's what
you're
I'm
saying,
saying.
if I'm in Korea at the end of the year, staying
And
with you at corporate, then instead of flying back to the States, fly to Vietnam. I got you. That's smart.
yeah, because that way you're
Instead
saving
of
money.
flying back
Because
to the States, right?
yep, yep. Because for you to fly back to States and then come back to Vietnam is super expensive.
No, you're right. So you're saying, all right, so we should plan a trip. All right, if I show up in Korea in October and then like fly and like leave in like January or something, hypothetically first, second of January.
Yeah. So what
Fly
you
to
can do,
fly to Vietnam instead. All right, I got you.
yeah. So just like how the YouTubers be making some of these videos, like you basically are in South Korea, then you could be in Philippines for a while, do your time there, then go to Thailand, go to Vietnam, go to Malaysia. Like you could be on that part of that side of the world.
Instead, you're saying instead of flying all the way back to the States, just hit those couple spots in Malaysia, and I'm probably right near Bali too.
Bali,
No, Bali is where? Is that close to
Bali's in
Australia?
Indonesia.
In Indonesia, okay.
Yeah, but Bali's super expensive, bro. Bali's what I would call it's gentrified. Like it's like yeah, that game plan is over. That game plan went, Amex Platinum if you want to be there.
Yeah, since all the digital nomads blew it up.
Yeah.
Quiet Storm said, "I'm gonna ask my homie who lives in Corfu, Greece, so see if he can fly there for the weekend and scout the city." Well, okay. Look
No,
at Quiet Storm pushing buttons and pulling levers.
mm-hmm. No, see, the thing I love about Anatolia, so Turkey is an Islamic country, right? But people who like to drink in Turkey and want to party, like how the Europeans do, all of them go over to Anatolia to do that. Because in most parts of Turkey, like they do not sell alcohol, but if you're in Anatolia, they do.
Mm, let's see what you did there. All right. Looks like we got a ball game, boys. This is Quiet Storm said, "This is what I do."
At the end of the day, the network is unfucking matched, bro. That's why every Sunday I'm just happy to be here because I get to see the results of the work that my brothers put in, and we get to have these conversations where we get to like right now live. We're plotting out your next destination, and I'm telling you, and it's all that don't sound like a bad move. Or you could come back here and be in Philly, dog.
Facts.
Philadelphia, Philadelphia, Killer, Delph. Nah, bro. No, no, nah.
Now we told him not to bring his ass back here.
Thank you, Naaman. Thank you. Much appreciated. So, globe trotting and traveling around the world, pimp. That's you. That's you for now.
No, the only
That's you
yeah
for
the
now.
only I think machismo the thing you need to start figuring out now, like going forward, is how to keep your travel itinerary in a way, like how when you were going to Colombia and they were like, oh, what's your next flight for you to come back? I think the way like the travel vloggers do, like the way they do it, if you look at their videos, they normally when they get their stay, they let them know that okay, after doing my I don't know, my 90 days stay or whatever, my next stop is like whatever next country they're going into. So, I mean, for now, obviously it's okay. That's not a problem. But like moving forward, I think for you to just be like hopping from one country to the next country. So you
Yep.
don't need to come back here.
Yep. Nope. Not at all. Not at
Yeah, I
all, bro.
mean, well, like I said, I mean, we'll do it like that. I mean, we got, I got, we got 10 months to 10 months to blow in 2025, and then I can reset 2026 and be back in Cali for 4 to 5. But you know what I'm saying?
I'm just having these conversations because, once I fly out in July, like, I don't know, based on schedule and then also change in time zone, like how quickly I would be in a situation to be able to do these tag ups. So so that's why like I am living for the day.
No, but like I said, we're doing it in real time. We're building the plane while we like I said, if we didn't do the stream, this is the same conversation like we literally be having behind the scenes.
Like what Quiet Storm is saying is basically like how you go about it. So that way, like right now, you're a few weeks out from leaving Colombia, and I am leaving South Africa on the 11th. So so basically, the goal is for you to fly out by 10th or before the 10th.
All right. Hey, Damon, my bad. Off subject. Have you traveled? Have you been to East Africa yet?
East Africa,
Yes, sir.
only Kenya so far, but my plan is to, like this year, my plan before the whole Korea thing dropped down was that I was going to take a month off from work, and I was going to get the East African pass and do Uganda, Tanzania, and Ethiopia, and obviously Kenya.
All right.
So
I'm gonna
yeah,
say I'm,
East Africa is my thing.
I'm gonna save you a whole lot of trouble. Go right to Ethiopia, bro. Go right to Ethiopia. Trust me. Trust me.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Ethiopia is nice, but bro, like their infrastructure is not that good.
And you're gonna have to stay in Addis Ababa. You are, but once you get there, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Oh no, no, no!
Go.
Don't get me wrong. Like I personally know too many Ethiopians, and
Okay.
and Ethiopians are some of the nicest people. So, um, but yeah, like the talent that is in Ethiopia, I mean, it's really good. But other than that, it's just that the lifestyle there, it's going to be quite an adjustment from like if you have been here for some time.
Understood. Understood. Understood.
I mean, not
Uh,
bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm from Pakistan. Like I can adjust. It's not an issue.
uh, Ethiopia is one of my favorite places. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No,
Straight up.
Ethiopia is awesome, bro. But depending on like if you're staying there for a while, like you're going to be there for a couple months or so, you run into some of those infrastructure problems. It's not an issue because you're there for a while. But if you're only there for not like maybe for a week or so, like each day matters. Like that you can make the best of it.
No, agreed. Agreed. Definitely agreed. Um, the water thing or lack of hot water on tap as long as I want. I didn't like that part. The the fact that the city it kind of starts to shut down after a certain time. I didn't like that part. But the food, the culture, the people, and the nightlife that was available, I love that part. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh no, bro! If you're in like Addis Ababa, like Ethiopia, or Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, like those two spots are really nice, just for the culture and for the people. But infrastructure-wise, I would say it has its ups and downs. But that's personally my reason why I like Kenya more than like other East African countries because the infrastructure is, bro, like awesome in Kenya.
Okay.
In
Well,
fact,
it's been
if you're vlogging in Kenya and you are using Safaricom, bro, you're good.
well. You know what? It's been a while since I've been over there. So all I have is like past memories of what it was versus what it is now. And your memory, well, your recollection is probably a lot more thorough than mine's is at this juncture. But
I mean, I was
I
there in
remember the
November,
fun.
so like it's
Oh
very recent.
yeah, yeah. It's been a few years for me,
So
straight
yeah,
up.
like I'll let you guys know once I get back from South Africa. How is that? Because there's a lot of mixed mixed things that people have been saying. I don't know if you guys have looked at, but SBU Life, she moved down to South Africa. So even with all the like the travel YouTubers, I would say that are currently in Africa, it's now become a thing where there is the East African bloc, like there are the guys who are in Kenya, Uganda, and then there the other people are in South Africa. So it's becoming like East versus South.
Mm. All right.
Yeah, but I was talking to my mom, and another place Machismo would like be happy at, I think, or maybe not, maybe not. Let me not say that. Is Mauritius.
Mauritius,
Where the
what the
fuck
hell is
is
that?
that?
Mauritius, Mauritius is next to Mozambique, and
Uh,
it is, and a lot of American and European senior citizens actually retire, uh, like to retire in Mauritius, because if you choose to retire in Mauritius, Mauritius gives you free public transportation and free Medicare and free housing if you choose to retire in Mauritius.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, for them, it's good because they're doing that because you're getting steady, like Social Security or whatever your retirement money is looking like. So they know, just like people over here who rent to someone, they know that, okay, this person is getting steady money. And that's the way they look at it. But I mean, it's a beautiful island all the way in the middle of Indian Ocean or close to Indian Ocean, and what a beautiful island it is. The food is awesome, the people are good, the culture is nice, and then you're just not far from Mozambique and East African coast. You can always like take a 3 4 hour flight and go into East Africa.
okay.
But everything is super affordable.
Damn. I never even heard of that place. Wow.
Well, we got to work an itinerary for a 12-month rotation. Like I said, this is the first. Yo, brother Zeke in the building. I see you, Playboy. Uh, this is the first leg of it. So we're gonna
Yeah,
figure these 10. We're gonna figure these 10 months out for
yeah, because
2025,
that's what I
and
was
then
saying. Like,
and then rinse and repeat 2026.
that's
Shit.
what I was saying. If you're on the eastern side of the world, it's best that you just roam around like some of those eastern countries rather than
Instead of
coming back
flying
to
all the way
US.
back to the west. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, because your flight is going to be cheaper, and also for you to be staying in those places is also super cheap. Especially if you're in like Philippines, Vietnam, like Thailand is starting to like go up because too many people are in
Too
Thailand
many
now.
people are going around.
Yeah, but you can always slide into Kuala Lumpur and just be over there.
All right.
All right, brothers.
Yeah, I know
I
it's
appre-
1 in
I
the morning.
appreciate it. Yeah, it is. It's 107. Phone's about to die. Shit. We gotta save something for next week. But Mauritius, that was a single right there. Never even heard of it. Didn't know it existed until the good brother said something. Uh, Closing statements real quick.
Um, no, I'm glad we did. I'm glad we I'm glad we did the call this week. We weren't able to do it last week. Salute to you, contractor. For what do you call it? Really pitching to like, hey, let's just have these phone calls and just stream them instead of talking behind the scenes. Like, and tonight, most of all, to it actually happened, like exactly how it happens. Like, it just be a combo, and then be like, hey, maybe you should go fly and stay in this country. That's exactly how it happens. We executed, and it looks like, oh, you're over here, but yeah, it's not. We sometimes we be making that shit up as we go along, man. Hello?
Quiet. Yeah, 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 quiet. We're waiting on Quiet Storm. Quiet Storm is quiet.
Yeah, sorry. Back here working some things up on the back end. You know how I do. Um, I'm already, so I got foot soldiers up on the ground already, spinning moves. So give me the
Okay.
dates. He agreed to make the trip. So just let me know exactly when you book your flight. I got some people that can plug you in up over there. That'll link up with you.
And
Kind of
this is
like,
in Turkey. In Turkey?
yeah, yeah.
Shit. Okay. All right. Look, it's looking like it might be. All right. We'll figure this out in the next 72 hours.
Okay. You obviously know how to reach me, of course.
Hmm.
Just let me know. You, you two name it. Just give me a call or something like that. But final thoughts, shit. Fuck it, man. Brothers just travel, man. Don't be scared for it. Get your passport, man. I don't. I don't say much. Get the fuck out of the country, man.
Now, please, tell Quiet Storm how I told you to get the passport.
Oh yeah. Because
There, there's
my
no
shit
waiting
was
for it in the
expired.
mail.
Yeah. Yeah. Because my shit was expired. Like and whatchamacallit, I was still waiting for a whole bunch of other stuff. I hadn't planned on traveling nowhere. And Nema
Right.
was just in my ear, like, bro, just get the passport. Like, renew it now. We'll figure the rest of that shit out later. Like, and literally, as soon as my shit came in the mail, we were on a plane, I think, in like 3 weeks.
Yeah. So anybody who pretty much has like a traveling fear, we can talk travel and places that we've seen, things that we visited, places, airlines that we experienced. Man, this could be you up here. You can literally be up here
Right.
explaining your story, cracking jokes on your experiences, living your own movie. If you choose to carry it that way. But bottom line is that it ain't just America out here, man.
That's a whole fact, though.
Experience life out here, especially my young brothers who is either watching this right now, who is on a replay, that's having second thoughts, who is nervous about it or whatnot. Even if you don't gotta be extreme as machismo and just move your life, if you just get on the plane, dog. It is a different caliber of life out there, a different currency out there, different weather out there, definitely different food out there. And then you squeeze up and you have the icing on the cake. You might get some better quality of women out there. Kind of like I say, the choice is yours. So it's your life. Do with it as you may, but you got options out here. If you made good choices in your life, you ain't got kids or anything like that, or anything that's holding you back, whether it's family, whether it's work or anything like that, move, travel, see certain things, so that you can come back and have a story to tell. Now, kind of like what Uncle D said, it's 2025. What are you gonna do? And I'll land my plane there.
Facts. And I'll piggyback on one of the last things Quiet Storm said. And I said it a couple times in the videos that I was putting out as the trailers. Like, even if you don't know where you're going to go, what you're going to do, just just fill out the app and just get the passport. You don't need to know where you're going to do, what you're going to do with it. Get it in the mail, stick it in a drawer, and forget about it. But at least have your papers. Because then once you got your papers, anything can happen from there. You don't need to have the money to go on a trip. You don't need to know where the hell you're going to go. It costs a, a couple dollars just to get the paperwork process and get your blue book shipped to you. Just get your papers and just stick it in the drawer until you figure out something or something happens. But at least have your papers. You know what I'm saying?
Whole fact. Whole fact. Gentlemen, as always, I greatly appreciate you all. And these stories, to piggyback off what the brother Quiet Storm said, these stories that we tell, mine's, Machismo's, his, Naaman's, bruh, you could be telling your own. But in order to do so, you gotta get out there and stop being afraid of the unknown. At the end of the day, you could be right here, be like, yeah, I know all about Cartagena, this and that, woo, woo, woo. And Machismo gave me the digs as to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. Now, I can tell you what it's like to live overseas as an expat. So can Machismo. So can Quiet Storm. So can Naaman. But at the end of the day, it's just stories in comparison to your lived experience. Get that experience, man. You got brothers that's out here live. I ain't gonna fake. Machismo just jumped. He jumped out the window with it, and he did it. But
he jumped out the window.
But it's a network behind him that's gonna make sure he don't fail, though. You feel me? So at the end of the day, y'all could be telling some similar stories, that sound like it, or maybe some new ones. How you went over to, I don't know, let's say Colombia, and then you started a coffee plantation, and then you made your $1 million off that, because you met the right person at the right time, type shit. You gentlemen, I appreciate y'all for coming on here. It's late as hell. It's 1:15 in the morning, and everybody got shit to do tomorrow. So it is what it is. Thank you, brothers. Much appreciated. As always, man, I'm just happy to be here and kick game back and forth with my brothers and hear the good news, because this shit thrills me. God damn it, to hear how you went down there, and in 90 days you done damn near changed your life, got your health right, and coming back all brolic on motherfuckers. Machismo, that shit, it pumps me the fuck up. And then you got another young brother like Naaman that's backing you, and a older, wiser brother like Quiet Storm that's backing you. Myself, another younger brother, but I'm there and I'm backing you, cause this the best shit ever. The network is goddamn near undefeated, dog. But outside of that, you gentlemen have a good night, man. Are there any like final last words?
Yeah, can we just give Quiet Storm the silent clap on the subtle, not even so much subtle, like the power move that on the stream live in real time, that Naaman was like, Anatoly Turkey, and the Quiet Storm was like, you know what? I think I know somebody in that side of the world. Hold on, let me text him and be on the computer right now while we're on the stream. Don't worry. If you decide to go there, I just talked to somebody who said that they can fly over there, check it out for you, and show you around when you get down there on the other side of the world. That Naaman just said out of the blue. Can we just give Quiet Storm this prop so that he did that shit in real time at like 12 at 1 something in the morning? It was like, where you trying to go? Anatoly Turkey? I think I can make something happen over there for you. Did everybody peep that?
Shout out to Quiet Storm, the awesome travel agent right there.
That's a hell of a flex. Did everybody peep that? He did that shit in real time. Hold on, I'm just in the back. You know what I do. All right, yeah, my man just confirmed that. He could fly over there, check it out for you before you land. If you needed help. And Anatoly Turkey, that Naaman just brought up. It's a go. Everybody peep that?
What up, Saul? Salute, brother. Salute.
Yo, Saul in the building. Yeah, shout out to Quiet Storm for that. Yo, it is not a game. It is not a game.
The network is undefeated. Kind of like the Wall.
Look, I just want to say, I mean, just like any place like this. Like, don't get me wrong, bro. Like, I can put you into Pakistan, but I'm not sure you're ready for that yet. Like, that may be a little too
Yeah,
much
I'm not. Yeah,
for you.
I'm not interested in Pakistan either. So,
Yeah,
so we're on the same
but
page with that.
but but overall, if you are like, let's say, living there, I mean, don't get me wrong, it is very affordable living. But then again, like I was saying, like for you, how you have lived your life so far, that would be like a huge culture shock. That would be like a culture shock. Like when I came to America, I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was still like 14 years old. So so yeah, for you to be like been in this environment in Western Hemisphere for so long, like that may be a little too much. But who knows? Maybe at some point in your life you'll be like, Naaman, I have been around like East Asia enough for, try something like this, and I'll be like, all right,
Let
next
me
thing,
put it
next.
well. If you're not planning on going to Pakistan anytime soon, I'm definitely not going.
No,
How about
I'm
that?
not. I would only go to visit family.
Exactly. Like I said, if you're not planning on going anytime soon, neither.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, it's actually a really nice place if you are if the goal in your life is to study, save money, eat good food, like live in a clean, nice environment, like all those things, those are there, like for really, really cheap. Um, like internet, everything else is good, but you know, the social life scene and the culture there, like that is, what I would call like pretty much a huge shock if you have not stayed in a place like that. So, which is why I was saying something comparative to that, which is good, is Mauritius. So, you know, while you are coming down back from East Asia, like Mauritius could be a good option on the itinerary because if you think about even doing something like that, next thing you know, you're in Africa.
Facts. All right, we gotta let contractor get asleep, man.
No, no, it's all good. I think today's call was a good example of like how normally like we be just chopping up about traveling and doing things. So anybody listening today would can kind of maybe use this as an example that this is not scripted. So
Hell no, it ain't. Hell no, it ain't. It's not.
nope.
You
All
gentlemen,
right.
I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart with as much emphasis as possible, what little of it I still have left, by heart. For coming on here and chiming in and giving information and giving your knowledge and experience. That way others in the future can learn from it. Because this is bigger. This is way bigger than just us. Um, it's about the future. And the future will the people who come in the future will see this and they will learn all kinds of valuable lessons. Hence the reason why you have a lot of brown men getting the fuck away from their current situation. Thank you, much appreciated. And I try to keep it a strict schedule. Every Wednesday we do this. Excuse me. But every now and then we slip up. It is what it is. But I appreciate y'all for coming on here, man. Much appreciated. I'm gonna drop y'all down and I'm gonna say a couple more words and after that I'm gone.
Yes,
All right?
sir.
All right. Thank you, brothers. Much appreciated.
You're
Good night,
welcome.
everybody.
All right, there you have it, brothers. Another great check-in call. We see how things are moving. We see how things are maneuvering and flowing and going. And it's amazing, as always. Thank you to my brother, Machismo. Thank you to the brother, Quiet Storm. Thank you to the brother Naaman, man. Because at the end of the day, I could say get your blue book and go all goddamn day. Y'all like, yeah, contractor, you bullshitting. Yeah. What do you know for real? Well, I'm not the only one. At the end of the day, I know they say the devil you know is better than the one you don't. Well, Keisha's proven to be a bigger devil than Mr. Lancaster and them, Mr. Cartwright and them could ever expect. And she's raising hell on her way out the door. Yeah. That devil, I know you know it, but you ain't got to deal with it. It is what it is. We're at 2 hours and 44 minutes. You brothers have a good night. Have a good week. And we'll holler at you on Sunday. To my brother Saul, salute to you. Much respect, dude. And y'all see that Cash App? Go ahead and drop something in the collection plate for Big Bro in his travels abroad. Because he's going to bring the content to you. You're going to see it. It is what it is. I look forward to my goddamn self. I ain't going to lie. You brothers be easy. Y'all be smooth. Y'all be at peace. It's your boy. It's your cousin. It's your nephew. It's your aunt. It's your brother. We out this bitch. Y'all have a good one. Peace. Slew broken. See you, champ. Alright. We out. Oh, also, shout out to Jeremy Hill and Nameless. Good to see y'all. Peace.